Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Disney Dungeons and Dragons.
This song makes sense now!
Lay your
There's
weary
no
head to
way
rest.
You didn't know that until now.
Don't you cry no
You
more.
knew that, right?
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Go. Last we saw the problem children. You guys had made it to
And
court.
the problem father.
Finding yourselves in the fourth layer of Tartarus. Phlegethos being the court system of hell. Each of you being served by the demons as, let alone the murder of 3 devil lords now.
You know, it happens for
It
the best
happens.
of
It
us.
happens to best. All of your trials are being put forward in the court. You could possibly guess because, as the prosecuting attorney turns out to be Hades, they're trying to get you guys brought up on some of these charges.
What?
Oh, really?
lot
They're in court 'cause
happened.
someone wants to
All of you
prosecute us?
have gone for the court of a hero. Again, in hell, there's multiple ways
Yes,
to
I better
get
judge
charged. With Thumbelina also petitioning to be judged as a fairy, not a regular mortal. And everyone else keeping this goal and asking Mufasa, while now Celestial being who is now in the afterlife to be your defense attorney. The
But it's
DA.
going pretty slow. He better move faster.
You.
Actually, she's through all of us but Hook.
I was
right?
gonna say, like, Hook and Mr. Incredible, just,
Oh.
and that was
We're saving
because
you for the end because you have Bombshell. And
those two are the big
I don't know
ones,
about.
really. In terms of, like, the rest of you,
What have you done?
through some great stuff,
None of us know.
Thumbelina, again, Mufasa being able to say you are fit to be queen and you were doing the actions of a queen. Morph, these were not your actions, simply those of the piratical nature of your companions. Jasmine, the Agrabah, in fact, the culture of your country is thievery.
City of
And Jim
Thieves.
Hawkins, that this was not really piracy, it was
Yeah.
adventuring.
Yeah, I haven't done a bad thing.
Fun fact, Jim Hawkins being one of the only few of you who has never murdered. Which is one of the big things they ask about. You know, it's like, hey, monsters can be...
your own father.
Monsters
Rather
can
than
be like...
your-
hold on.
And it's so cool that you didn't
Um,
like making that choice to having no idea.
And so, with all of this going on,
No wonder August let it happen.
the best thing, we are actually going to cut, as we see, having taken the stand, Hook has got up. We have just heard the demon read in his rap sheet. And the words, James Pleiades Hook, do you attest that this is you of your full mind and body? You see Hook not looking at any of you and staring very pointedly at the stand, nod his head.
And you think I have daddy issues?
To which we are actually going to kind of shift focus into Kronk. Kronk,
That's good.
this has been a very, I won't say boring, but uneventful layer of hell for you. Because, yes, showing up, you had a page worth of things where they did ask about your involvement, the aiding and abetting with Yzma, you know, kidnapping, attempted murder.
Happens.
And
It
there were like
happens.
one random like stealing raisins earlier on, like, you know, doing this cooking thing.
I didn't need to.
You didn't need to, but it's very quickly thrown as you didn't know what you were doing. You were actually acting in your best interest in what you thought would help a kingdom. Very quickly they said, yeah, you're good. You're still going to be tried later, as you all know, for the Devil Lords. Mufasa did petition as a group trial for those 3 since you all were part of it.
It was adorable.
Yeah, after sitting through what seems like an hour of them reading through Hook's stuff, having to go through a lot of stuff he's done. Kronk, you're sitting there. Weird. Not much. Go ahead and, if you'd be so kind, would you roll me a perception check? Let's grab the dice.
What dice do you want?
This says, Carry On My Wayward Son plays in the background.
There's dice. You don't want to use the school dice?
We are in hell.
We are in hell. I mean, Tartarus in hell is the place to be, I guess. Oh.
What is
That's an 8.
perception?
Oh, Kronk.
I can help tell you here in a second, too.
That is a 9.
9.
Oh, no.
Kronk, you get the feeling that someone was watching you, or maybe like you. It's that, you know, when you think you hear your name, and it wasn't, because then you kind of look around, you're like, why would they say my name? We're in the middle of court. Nothing. It passes. But it's that weird feeling back in your mind of, oh, that was an odd experience. As you are all sitting in this courtroom, you see Mufasa looks very serious. Unlike all of you, in going through, you can tell he was really nervous about this one in trying to help, in any way he can, because in the sidebar he had with Hook, away from you all you knew is he came back and said that they were going to try him as a hero, which is quite an interesting stance. You would think maybe going under the court of a villain or some other title, but a mortal hero.
That is quite optimistic.
Well, unless he has a really good reason as to why he was acting the way he was.
I mean, he did kind of plead insanity with the whole Faye Madness thing.
That's the best thing I can.
Part of it is
for,
famous.
because, I mean,
You
killing
see
400
Belial
some
and
odd
Fierna. Again, Belial being a little bit larger of the two, just as Fierna being his daughter, are sitting listening to the sheet. Belial says, "An impressive sheet, and the defense does not wish to enter this person as a villain in the eyes of the court." And you see Mufasa, "No, your honors. We try that James Pleady's Hook is a hero." All of you look
Sounds like
over.
those, like, theorist videos on YouTube where they like.
Hades
really,
is sitting
you know.
there. You see, he has the biggest grin on his face right now.
You know, as much as like I want to hear about his story with Jim, if he doesn't get through, I honestly don't care. Is that terrible of me?
Okay, but I care because I
That's
care
my
about
father.
Jim.
No, but it's not even that. But
Right, but,
because of like the history behind like the Fae and Hook, like I honestly don't care.
Which is fair.
It was just read that on accounts, good lord,
I want to see.
having to go through, there are a lot of crimes against the Fae in terms of manslaughter, murder, larceny. Like, because Hook's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Mufasa approaches, you see, the judges, turns to all of you and says, "If it pleases the court, we would like to motion that James Pleady's Hook is tried as a hero. That the madness of Fey magic had affected his mind, and that his previous intentions of obtaining one wish spell to return back to his family would in fact have solved this." You see, court's buzzing. Everyone's loving this because again, like, yo, you just brought one of the like scariest villains and are trying him as a hero. Hades,
It's a power move.
nothing.
Really.
It is a power move. I mean,
No,
what a way to.
Mufasa is gonna get like such prestige off of this. He's gonna make bank as a lawyer.
Honestly,
once he
yeah,
gets
like-
it.
Honestly, Mufasa is a saint.
Canonically, this dude's gonna get some good rap.
He's Abraham Lincoln of Disney. Like,
No, he's one of the George Washington.
no,
yeah,
I just feel like a lawyer that everybody trusts.
No, there's
He's a
got to
good
be like a
person.
patron saint of justice, and that's Mufasa.
There we go.
But you see, though, that as he is talking, all of you are looking around the court. You guys actually see the four judges you have for this court, Tiana, Mulan, Adam, and Hercules, are all looking very surprised or states of interest as well. All of you know, having traveled with Adam Hercules, all of you know, like, that they fought Hook too. It's one of those very interesting moments of, really, you're gonna take this person that has done all this and this is your defense.
Adam especially is probably confused.
As you are looking, anyone who wants now can make me a perception check.
Oh. Well, I'll try.
As a modifier, I have too many characters.
I think that's a 5.
That didn't roll.
That
right?
was indeed a 5.
So
A
14.
5. 14?
12.
13?
13.
Yes, perception.
That's in that 20.
Are you serious? How does Nick do that? Or wait, was that
That
Hannah?
was Hannah.
Yes, Hannah.
The nat 20.
1 second.
Oh, yes, yes.
Perception. Oh, that's a 7.
Had to make sure. Thumbelina, in looking at Adam, he is trying to, you can tell actually he was trying to catch any of your eyes. You see him and oddly like blinking as if he's trying to tell you something.
Anyone here speak Morse code? Can you speak Morse code?
I will give you on a nat 20. Actually, there's a very easy way.
I don't have message, or else I would message him.
have a
But
friend
you
who has
know that
message
you
who's sitting
you
next
now
to
know
you.
that others can't. You just can tell that he's trying to get that like we need to subtly like I'm trying to tell you something.
Okay, so can I abyssal to morph and tell her?
Everyone here knows Abyssal.
Yeah, we're in hell.
Yeah.
Do you know Celestial?
You could literally just touch her.
I don't.
You could go morph.
Yeah, and just be like, and I'll know that you want to message. So I'll.
Because I speak 6 different languages.
You do it is that.
You
and
speak Orcish?
I don't.
Dang it.
Just ask Morph to message you.
Yeah, just straight up say.
Okay, I'm gonna. Should I do it in abyssal in a whisper so that way they don't hear it? Because they don't know Adam like we. Oh, you do.
I do.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mr. Kronk. No, I
Okay,
think
so yeah.
honestly, Kronk, you're one of the only few that maybe
What's up?
doesn't know.
It message.
I've never met
Oh.
him before.
Adam's trying to say something, but I don't understand what he's trying to say.
I'm gonna stare at Adam. Can I turn into a telescope or binoculars or something?
Inconspicuous. I love it.
Inconspicuous, yeah.
All right. Adam is a.
Message him.
No, sorry, I
Oh, you're
thought
eating.
I was, yeah.
You have to message first, though. Is the thing. So it's that like
Hello.
Thumbelina says you're talking to us?
Yellow.
can we subtly give you something,
Ooh, yes.
but in exchange for the ring.
Which ring? Her ring?
My ring.
Long story. We're trying to destroy all the rings.
Ooh.
We got the Ring of War away from Orcas.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna be messaging this to everybody.
And so it's gonna take a while too. And
Yeah,
that, like,
that's fine.
but it's just that. But we need the Ring of Disease, so that we can destroy all four together.
Okay.
But I like my
You're
ring.
messaging us too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna message
letting
back
guys
to
know.
you. What's he gonna give us in return?
What are we getting?
Prophecies. As in, Belle can give you portents.
Sorry, I got so excited about
And
that.
in the form of little prophecy notes that, and we'll flavor as when the time comes when you as a party want to use a portent. It's that cool. That's the role that happened because
That is dope.
Belle wrote you a note that said Jim duck or Kronk jump. Right, like it's subtle things, but they're trying. But it's like they wanted to give this anyway, but they wanted to ask to get that back. And this is actually one of the few times they could literally do it as Adam is here. But you can tell he's nervous and even saying because I'm on the stand. I don't know how to subtly
So
swallow
You
can
can
it.
go
you?
invisible, right?
I cannot,
But
but
actually-
she can cast.
But like true sight and see invisibility, I think that's
I
do
know
you
bad.
have
guys.
greater
I have
invisibility?
incredible sleight of hand.
I do have great.
Oh
You have
no,
greater
wait,
invisibility.
My
Walking
mage
around
hand
up
can go
I
invisible.
literally. Oh
Like,
yeah.
we'll be walking around up there.
No, as the defender, you
Except
sit
you,
right there.
yeah.
A defendant would be asked to sit in the box, as
I have
most people
plus
have done,
12 to my
Do
sleight
you?
of hand.
So you have greater invisibility.
But no, so my mage hand is literally invisible.
I know, but greater invisibility means that even true sight can't see it,
Mm,
right?
No.
Greater
True
invisibility?
sight
No,
means
they
you
can
can
see
see
just-
everything.
Wow.
Greater invisibility more denotes the concept of your invisibility, as I can still do stuff like doing actions and spells
Okay,
without
give
my
me the
invisibility
ring,
failing.
and I can sleight of hand it over.
Thumbelina's gonna think about this for a little bit.
Yeah, no, you can
But
think it's
legit, guys, you have to realize this ring is so cool.
it's a really cool ring, but Adam and Belle.
Like I understand why, but like at the same time, like you cannot just demand me to give up my ring.
It,
You gotta give me some time. here.
they knew this was gonna happen. It was something where they were trying to figure out, like in the other campaign, how they were gonna message you guys, but this happened, and so this is the way they're like, can we
Right.
try this? And I said, well, we'll see what happens.
Also, can we
so yes, you can have a
give
moment.
Hades a wide
Please.
berth?
You guys watch. Mufasa has been giving a lot of the quick opening statements, talking about just like position, notes, a lot of the stuff. Belial, you see he's looking rather intrigued. You see he's very... all of you see, though, Fiona seems rather unresponsive, maybe is the word. Not in a apathetic way, but she doesn't seem to care what the defense is saying, what Mufasa is saying. She just is more present. You see, after a moment, though, the Mufasa comes back, sits down next to you guys. And Hades is going to address the room. Sorry. I'm seeing the messenger pulled up. I forgot to have it tabbed in so I can see the messengers quick as they come through. That's my bad. For people trying to message me, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, you have a bunch of problems.
Yeah, when everyone's like, oh,
We're
let
all
me look up stuff.
children.
Anyways, I would like to stab Hades, like we said.
And roll initiative. No.
Roll initiative.
Actually, no, I'm good.
So, here's what's going to happen. Hades gets up. You see he's looking rather confident. And addresses the court. Fiends and gentlemen and ladies and fiends. You see before you a wicked man. To be tried as a hero is one that is not only foolhardy, you see he looks at all of you, but one that should not be done in our present day. Who truly are heroes anymore? Who could say we ever have heroes like great Achilles? Or Odysseus and his amazing intellect? Or even, you see he points, like my dear nephew, Hercules.
Yeah.
Who really are great heroes like them? Not this man. Man who abandons his family, murders, steals, and pillages, all under the name of supposed family. Your honors, honorable judges, all of y'all, I say we move for immediate and complete execution.
That doesn't really give time for closing arguments, cross-examination.
It doesn't, but you see he's going on the heart attack of just, nope, throw it out.
I mean, I personally cannot blame him.
Yes,
Yeah.
execution
It was a
of the demon lords
low chance of even being considered. You see, though, Mufasa objects, and Billy and Fiona sustain. We do not move. We will go ahead with the trial, as with all the other of the Imagineers. And you see he just blows it off, but you can tell that was his opening statement of making sure you're trying to pit Hook against people like Hercules. He got that fresh in everyone's mind.
That's a really good
Thumbelina, while you are thinking going around, can you just give me a quick perception check? Also, Kronk, you as well.
21. No, wait, that's 15 plus 9. That's 24.
24. 17. Thumbelina, you look down, your ring is gone from your belly.
I do not care. I'm gonna go over and punch Jim in the face.
Oh, it was Meg! I am certain it was Meg.
Meg doesn't. She's not
Meg's
here.
not here.
Oh, Meg. I
Meg's
meant
Sunday
Jasmine.
session.
I meant Jasmine.
You punch
Either
Jim.
one of you.
You see everyone sees this order in the court.
Okay, because seriously, guys, it wasn't okay, whoever stole it, can I tell you why I was thinking about this?
Yes, you can quickly start a message chain.
Okay.
Because, it is not because I am selfish, guys. As much as you might think I am, it was because we are in the middle of hell, and any boost we can get magically when we are fighting against things is better than maybe even portents. I understand portents is important, but
Important.
a magical boost to somebody, okay, for example, the ring is what got me to be able to get rid of the floor.
Yeah.
When we had everything go down, that wasn't me, that was the ring powers. So whoever stole it, please let this be my decision.
Yeah,
This is not up to the party.
It really should be her decision.
It is my decision.
I feel like I'm in the most awkward position right now because I have to do the fight between everyone.
But
This
just
is
as
legit,
like a character, as a group, it really should be
It
her
is my
item to
decision.
choose.
It is not up to the group.
Okay. If anyone wants to try to just sneak it back, you can message me to anyone.
Like, I'm actually kind of peeved right now, guys. Like, that was
Yeah,
not
like-
cool.
It is her item. It should be her item. Though I am getting flashbacks to my board being.
Touche, but like legit, it's not because
I mean,
want to get
yeah,
it's-
but
it
it
because
could be
I like
argued
it.
that this is for the greater good of the party, just like
Yeah,
getting
but-
rid of his
but-
board is for
But
the
as a
greater-
group,
Oh, I know. I'm just
it
saying,
should be
don't
her
be too
choice.
ticked at the person who stole it because
Well, because also it's not like I think all of us in the room can agree. Yes, it should be her choice, but can our characters see that?
Yeah, but still, this is a group game.
Okay.
It should be in decision with the person who literally owns the item. Whether it's in character or not, the excuse of
I'll
I'm just
say-
doing what my character would
I
do
think it's
is not a
funny
good one.
and I'm not.
Well, but again, the board is that same
Yeah.
making
Same-
characters.
It's
Same
something where, yes.
Can I just verbally ask you my question then?
Yeah.
So, in order for all four of them to be destroyed, I would have to give it now. I would not be able to give it after hell.
They're trying to get them destroyed for a
It is.
lot of reasons up top.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so it's something where, because the time is moving differently, this is one of the few moments they can actually meet you. I will even give this.
Yeah,
They've
that
been
makes
trying
sense.
to contact you guys.
Oh.
It's been a while, just due to time, and so this is one of those. Wait, now?
It's now or never
Finally.
kind of thing.
Like like Adam wasn't expecting to be here, and so it's a perfect like I could actually do this.
Right.
There's not a big window of time, and you can tell it's not. Even though it's Adam, I will just give you without having to do insight. They really are trying.
Yeah,
he
I
and
know
Bella and
Adam
everyone.
enough that like if it wasn't important, he wouldn't ask.
Yeah, no, and like the way he's like, he also. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to give this. They're not even keeping them. They're shuttling them all to Agatha, so that she can destroy them. So they're not even in possession of the Ring
The
of
other
War
ones.
or any of the other rings. It's that like they're trying to get them and shuttle them to Agatha, because then she can Infinity Stone style take them all out.
Right.
I'm going to
I don't
message-
trust Agatha at all, but that's more me metagaming and Meg, but not as much Jasmine.
Fair,
Like,
fair.
that's what
I'm
Jasmine-
going to
what if
message
Jasmine-
everybody and say
Oh,
I
well, you were with
can
Bella,
use
Agatha.
Galder's Speedy Courier to get it directly to Agatha if we have to.
But still
they're
time
worried about the
difference.
time difference.
It's a
because
time
Adam
difference.
will instantly
Because
go
yeah, you
back.
could do it, and then
That's
your
true,
Galder
so we really
Speed
should
Courier
push
could
it
show up in
for
like
now.
4 weeks for them,
That makes
or
sense.
in 2 days. Like
So
it's
it really does have to happen.
It has to happen now.
it's
Okay.
yeah.
Look, I
So.
would like to be the one to make the decision still. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait until it gets back. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna be
Time to
really
kill some
peeved.
party members.
Time to PvP.
Like I'm going to be like, I appreciate you're trying to do the right thing according to what you're. This is my message. I appreciate that whoever took it is trying to do the right thing according to what they see is right, but it is still my decision.
Cool. All of you see as the opening statements have subsided. Hades having done his sneakery, everyone's kind of buzzing now, including you all. Kronk, what did you get on your perception as the quarter is done? 17. You definitely swear you heard your voice.
Your voice?
Your voice? Wait, what?
Or your name, excuse me.
It's the
What?
angel
It's
and the
a
devil
doppelganger?
again.
Hello. No. You are hearing someone whisper Kronk, and what you were hearing is just Kronk, watch. Watch. It's still very faint. Whatever this voice is, it's not your shoulder angel or devil. It's not anyone around you.
You like
Did you
look
say
at them and they're
watch
like,
out?
oh,
I am
What?
specifically not telling you what I was saying.
Oh, okay, great. That's great. Okay. Wow.
Is that you?
Maybe it's a
As he
conscience.
verbally says that out loud.
I love Brock.
Sorry, I'm making a note real quick of how the court's going because I'm trying to keep track.
Yeah, we're all bickering and squabbling
And there's the hook's on track.
Got beheaded.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate that. I kind of think I know who it was now, but like, I am sorry that I hit you. But you have to understand the gut reaction of who would steal from me and
Well,
would be
obviously
Jim.
I'm not the queen of thieves
You're
over
the
here.
one who said I can turn my mage
Turn
hand
it-
invisible. like, I'm like, of course it's Jim.
Of course it's Jim.
Sorry. So as the opening statements have been met, this sets precedent. You see, Mufasa has taken stand. I would like to motion that the court review the evidence of one James Pleiades Hook's disappearance from his family.
Oof.
This is gonna get personal.
It's gonna get nasty.
Interesting.
Jim, you're gonna
Thumbelina,
present,
you
the
are not
version
sure
of
how-
your life, but in a different perspective.
Thumbelina,
Yeah.
it's back on your middle. As whomever did, it really could have been anyone. We'll never know. I think
really-
it's interesting.
Yeah, it was Mr. Incredible.
Don't put this against me. I don't want to sleep.
One to go.
You don't want another mic?
I shall take them all.
The Jackson campaign?
but
That's why everyone
anyways,
felt like
yeah.
when she immediately punched Jim. It's when they all
Yeah.
jump on mic.
So here's
Okay,
what's
we had
gonna
every
happen.
reason to jump on Mike.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
about
Yeah, the Percy
The
Jackson.
Percy Jackson winner. Everyone's like,
was,
Mike, how could
You
you?
framed him.
That was amazing.
That was awesome. That was one of my favorite parts of
I
that campaign.
enjoyed
It was
that.
that
Not
same
gonna lie.
energy.
Mike was a. No, he wasn't. He was a
He
great
got
character.
better by the end.
I'm just glad I pulled that
Seriously, Mike
off.
was a great
Oh, that was
character.
great.
It was
Oh my
hilarious because I
gosh.
knew as soon as it happened, Mike would be blamed.
Mike would be blamed.
You guys watch as small devils run up and start foom, 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 magic and space
Magic.
rend. As you guys see, what looks to be like kind of a 3D but still 2D projection appears.
Wanna move it.
Okay, I love that song.
That's such a good song.
You actually see though,
Goo Goo Dolls are great.
as the court, you see Mufasa. James Hook, do you consent to the modification of memory in bringing forth the events of what happened? Hook, for a brief moment, Jim, you see Hook looks up, and because I'd say this, Bryson, you can tell he, while not looking still though in your direction, because for a half moment he meets your eyes back down. So you just, I consent. As a devil comes up, places claw and finger, just up against the temple of Hook. As you guys watch a show.
I shoot him. Just
Oh.
kidding.
I cast Fireball.
I got fireball.
You guys watch as
I actually no longer.
we are going to
It's
flashback.
Braxton's signature move. None of his characters, just Braxton.
This is a fun little flashbacky.
Only for when it causes maximum
Maximum
light.
chaos.
You
That's
see
a lot of damage.
Flex tape.
in the memories a young man strikingly like Jim.
Fetch.
Um,
I'm gonna look like him when I'm 400.
After a couple millennia, you see what, while features and some shapes are different, you see what could only be a young James Hook. You see flashing through memories of him growing up on a distant planet, at a docks where he would work as a hand until he met your mother. You see their courtship. You see their wedding. You see Hook bringing his wife up the steps to the cove with the for sale sold sign on it. You see this tavern emerging, them creating a life together, and eventually you all see in both of their arms a small child. Jim, you notice you. As you watch the memories, you see bills start piling up. A lot of money being due, as the Benbow Inn is not doing well financially, was not gaining a lot of business. You see Hook finding a job wanted sign for a naval cruise. Galactic in nature, of course. What you see, though, is as he takes this, the scene shifts. And, Jim, what you don't remember is now going to be vivid. Like, the pieces are about together of what's happening. You see Hook is sitting there with the paper on the table with a backpack. And you all see Jim's mother in tears. As Hook, this is the only way. I would make no less than 5,000 gold credits from doing this. It would save the inn. It would save us. We could set Jim up with a full scholarship so we can send him to any school he needs to. You see, though, your mother...
And you ran
Just-
off and became a pirate.
But you see... And where would you be? For 2 years. Where would you be? Somewhere in space? It doesn't say the heading. There's no manifest. Where would you be going? You're taking money with a promise of nothing. You see how it's not nothing. It's security. You wouldn't starve. Jim can grow up happy. You see he grabs the paper in his bag. The money will be wired to you, and I will be back. But that's final. You see, as he is walking out the door, all of you see the young Jim Hawkins running down the stairs. As we see the iconic scene of the man walking down the steps, Jim, you standing there. You see the confusion on this young Jim Hawkins' face of where is he going? This is where the story shifts. Upon entering the small schooner, James Hook takes up the lifestyle of cabin boy at first. Quickly moving through rank, though, with his knowledge of galactic seafare, as we see a older Hook after a moment, little more hair, sailing alongside this ship, as in the distance you hear the crackle of lightning and the roaring of thunder as a black hole emerges from a dying star. The ship spins out of control. You watch Hook desperately clinging onto the helm as his feet lift off. Time and space rend as he is pulled in and off the deck. We then see the memory fades. As this happens, we are back in the courtroom. All of you have been watching this. Everyone's been watching with attention. You can tell. Beautiful. As you see, Mufasa turns to James Hook. You see, he says to Hook, "You left with promise of financial security for your family, and were completely caught off guards with a black hole, something of which no one can estimate for safely when sailing the stars." You see, just well, I mean, in terms of
I know. In
this
fantasy, yes, it can't just.
Normally, we can pretty well predict black holes, but in a fantasy campaign, no one knows when these things happen.
Yeah.
Of course.
You see Hook just... That is correct. My next memories were on the island of Neverland, and I didn't know where I was. I believe my report speaks for it. You see Mufasa. Yes, after which we know that taking the name James, finding a crew of pirates, working his way up, just the rest is fairly simple as we know it. You see, though, Mufasa saying, all the while trying and begging the Fairy Council for opportunity of one schismatic energy, a wish spell.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How long was Hook on Neverland? According to Neverland time.
Here's what you would know, Thumbling. Go ahead and roll me a quick history, actually. Because you guys know how old Jim is.
Right.
Historically speaking, I mean, Jim, you're what? Maybe mid-20s, right?
27.
Right.
At the max.
So,
That's so
according to
sad.
memories, this happened,
Jeez.
what? 20 years ago? 21 years ago? And yet...
And yeah, because I was wondering, would I have been on the council? I was 11 for history.
Because I wonder if I would have been on the council when he first appeared. Because technically I was... I mean, depending on, like...
Could you forgive his crimes?
No, but here's the thing, is like...
No, it's,
She has
was
no
she the one who
authority.
screwed him
I
over?
was- that's the question, but like, would I have been on the council when he was first...
When you were a young princess, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, in helping
When
rule
I
the
was
nation
a
with
young
your...
warthog.
Yeah, right. But like, with your mother, would you remember... I'll say on 11, deep memory. Because again, even for you, Hook's been in Neverland for so long.
I know!
It's kind of crazy. I mean, he's been there since the recorded
He's part of
history
national
era.
history, yeah.
It's that he's just been a staple.
He's always been in Neverland.
And so it's hard to tell because yes, even though for you, starting out recorded history is really when you left, you know, to become the fairy godmother. But having those early memories, it's tough. Because also even with Fae birth, like when you guys are born out of the a child's first laughter and everything, how do you then record? So what's your birthday? Like it's a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
You see though, through this Mufasa, just my client was unjustly through acts of nature and pure schismatic chaos. You see even notes to the honors or to the judges. Ripped from his family and is trying to return since. I move that cases of the domestic abuse and abandonment be dropped on the charge that this was a heroic act for one to perform.
I don't think domestic abuse applies. to
It's
that
more, it's the
situation.
term, it's really not,
Is that
it's that
how they
like,
do abandonment? Is that why they called it domestic abuse?
yes, because it's technically abandoned the family, they're like, that
Okay.
is a domestic abuse of that
Oh, so
form.
they lump domestic
It's,
abuse
no,
and
he never,
together?
like,
Yeah.
he never hit your
That makes
mother,
more
like,
sense.
never, Hook
Okay.
never
Yeah.
did anything
Because
like
I
that.
was like dreading
They're putting
that
it-
moment.
they're
He
putting
was
it
a good
under-
naturally disappeared.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
probably lumping
tell
it
him
with
when to
the
go get
trauma
milk.
that came
Yeah.
from...
Yeah, so the mental trauma of,
the trauma of abandonment for the child and the mother,
Yeah.
they would have lumped that.
it's
into
that,
domestic
well,
abuse.
that's what we gotta call it.
Okay, that
Um,
makes more sense.
You see, Mufasa sits down. Hades is going to arise. You see, he walks up to the stand, just James Hook. You see, he's got that subtle grin. Truly moving.
Well,
Baby behind,
can I
money for. Yes.
can I message Mufasa and be like, since I am the victim in this party, can I actually drop those charges?
Oh.
See, Mufasa's like, we can try. That's the goal.
Good.
You see, though,
Yeah.
Hades is. Man, touches me at my core.
Do you have a core?
Really.
I know, right? It's like,
Look
at
at
least
that.
you get
That's
good
sad.
heart.
You know, for someone
would
with a
be-
head so hot, how is your heart so cold?
It
How's the message, by the
Oh,
you message that
Dab and
you to Hades. You Hades
Oh.
while talking messages back. It's like, get ready.
Oh no.
James Pleiades Hook trying to return back to your family, and yet I think it's of note and interest to the court that your son is here.
Oh no.
What a crazy coincidence, right?
my goodness.
James Pleiades Hawkins growing up ready for the world. Oh, what a good kid. Look at him. You see he blithely moves over, just, oh, truly. What a young little whippersnapping adventurer, not a pirate, as we all can say.
Oh, this is why he didn't care, because he knew this was coming.
So,
When Jim got
but
out,
now,
he really got-
hold on, Jim. I'd like to call you to the stand. Is that okay with your honors? Come on up, buddy.
Oh no.
You can do this, man.
Across, just like going through so many tissues. Oh, this one.
I immediately adopt the.
Can you
I
get a
don't
bardic
care
inspiration
teenage
or something
persona.
for that? Oh no, what's gonna happen?
You are escorted
I'll
up to the
conjure a
stand.
box of
That
tissues
way.
for you, Crow.
Hook looks at
I'm
you.
probably
Can't you give
sobbing
me
with you, but
inspiration?
it's okay.
It's that in
Um,
case you have to make a roll for something.
As you pass Hook, you know, in the swap out, he just looks at you with just dead in his eyes. No emotion, just looking at you. Hades escorts you up. Now, Jim Hawkins. Jim.
You're a muppet.
How long would you say you've known the defendant?
I love my
Really not long. I've met him like twice.
Twice. Interesting. In any of those occasions, would you say for the court you ever thought that this could be your biological father?
No.
Interesting. And no one would blame you, right? Look at him.
In my defense, I thought he was dead.
Jim, you know how many children your father has cut down? You know how many fairies
You know
he
how many?
smushed?
You know how old those children really were?
Do you know the kind of person that man is for the court?
Well,
To your full and most truthful, you see, because even Hades is under this little truth thing up here. Your truthful experience, does this look like a good man?
I've seen worse.
You don't have to answer under the
You don't have to, yeah. It might not look
or you
great.
can twist it.
But this is,
I
yeah.
He's thinking
So
of
this
what
is,
he
yeah,
thinks.
this is full for you. Hades
I've
is
seen better.
putting
I know
you
worse.
on the-
What good is relative?
he saved my life.
good on him. He did, didn't he? Ah, father helping his son. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. But is it not true, Jim Hawkins, that you entered Tartarus with the express goal of finding and hurting the man now on the stand?
Which man on the stands? There's a lot of them.
Go ahead. Let's point him out, Jim. Let's do it together.
I-
1, 2, 3. Him. Hades' little spotlights in the corner.
I entered Tartarus with the express goal of helping my friend.
Crap! Don't give any more detail, please. Do not give
I
any
know
more
you
detail.
He's talking about how I hired him to do the thing. It's
Yes.
a very vague
Yes,
statement.
That's a big.
Very, very
Stop
simple.
panicking every time he says anything.
No, because isn't he
I will have to
getting
say,
paid?
no one else, when
Okay.
you're on the stand for this portion of the court,
Sorry.
because I'm going to do this to a lot of you right now,
Yeah.
is Jim. Excellent. Helping your friend. No further questions, Your Honor. Mufasa gets to, cross-examine.
This guy's like the Aslan of Disney.
I wonder what.
He's not.
And
Is-
you
Aslan
see,
is
though,
Disney
Oh,
too.
fetch!
Because we have a Narnia character in the
Mufasa
Sunday
comes
session.
forward.
Why do we call
Um,
Aslan?
I thought about
Kron-
that afterwards.
hey, wait a
We
second!
get Aslan.
Um,
We can. Aslan is canonically.
Mufasa, though, Jim Hawkins,
We could have had literal Jesus.
you
Which is why we can't. 'Cause we
You
can't have guns.
personally know the defendant. But as stated for the court, you know his true intentions. He saved your life.
Yes.
He has been truthful
Yes.
in coming forward and helping.
He's kept his oaths.
Would you also not say that being the son of one James Hook, he is working towards that goal
Oh,
of
absolutely.
returning?
He was. When I found him here, he was on the brink of death with the express goal of just doing whatever he could to return to his family. He was dying for just the chance of making it there.
Literally
Yes.
and figuratively.
Thank you, Your Honors. You see, he nods to you. The judges do look pleased. They like that testimony. As Jim, you're escorted down. As you see, Hades gets up. I would like to call one Thumbelina Petalbud to the stand, please.
Oh no. Oh no.
Thumbelina, you're escorted up. Thumbelina, we have just seen through this trial, you are the rightful ruler of Fadum. Congrats.
Thank you.
You're gonna love being in charge. Every little choice is your fault then.
Thank you.
I would like to motion to check the memories of one Thumbelina. As
You don't have
You've
to
been
consent
around
to
a
that,
while.
right?
Can I object to this, sir?
you see the judges, you may legally object, but then any further witness can be called forward This is something you don't know how it goes down. If you say no, yeah, they can't do it, but Hades could then ask you other stuff. It's going by your word. It's going by a lot of other stuff. If you say yes, it might help. You don't know.
Can we try something before you go through my memories? I have the ability to. What's the word?
Prestidigitate.
No.
Zone of truth?
No.
There's already a little zone of truth.
That's what I thought. So
I have minor illusion. And so if you want me to recall something, I can show you what I remember versus going through my memories. Because I've had a lot of things happen in the past with my memories, and I'd like to keep them as intact as possible.
Interesting. You see,
Plus they don't have a warrant.
Hades will say, objection. One's minor illusion can be crafted then according to the witness on a natural 20. The judge, no, under the zone of truth, anything that the defendant would create would therefore be in fact their most truthful memory. Sustained.
So lucky.
Now,
Nice.
that
That was a pure
clever.
luck
That was a
check
clever
Do as
thing to say.
cartoon-esque drawings as you can.
of pure
Yeah,
silliness.
Make it all
Is that
chibi.
another? Oh, that's
Yes!
not an inspo point.
Make
Is
it
that
all
another
chibi.
inspiration point?
God,
But I
no,
doubt
I was gonna
it.
say, like,
No.
you guys remember that crayon game with, like, the ball? And
That was more, it was a great idea and it worked out.
Now execute it in the worst way
I
that
mean,
helps
because
us
if you
in the
think
best
about,
way
like,
possible.
as Thumbelina, she's had enough problems with memory. The last thing she wants to do is have somebody rifle through her own head.
yeah, it makes sense. It was a really good play.
What would you like to show?
Oh, you're playing this.
So okay, you have to remind me what I just. Can I roll another history check?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this music?
Just because I want to see if I would, because what I remember is so vague.
You want to make sure you're giving the honest truth, but the best truth.
Yeah.
Kind of like Jim, yeah, in that sense of this is why I was here.
I was, yeah.
Better. I think I might.
You gotta
actually
pick your
save-
wording, and in this case, you're picturing wisely.
How good are you at charades?
9 plus
You
4,
must
so
be really good at
13.
charades.
It's not awesome.
I actually did it earlier this campaign before
On a
you
14.
came in.
So funny.
Charades.
You
Yeah.
remember some of the early days of Hook being there. I will say this, it's not great.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to have been a time that he was not Hook as you would know him.
Okay.
This was a privateer on a ship in Neverland. But these are some of the earliest, vaguest stuff you have
Mm-hmm.
of him being around, but not invading Neverland, kidnapping, torturing, murdering. Like, this was just a person.
But I recognize it as Hook.
Yeah. And that
Does-
full and
does-
truth, like,
Does he have the hook yet?
When did the Hook come off of from Peter Pan, though? I mean,
Yeah,
canonically.
yeah.
So it wouldn't have happened.
Peter
if-
Pan.
It wouldn't
cut
have
his
happened
hand
unless
off.
he was being aggressive with Peter Pan.
you don't remember if he had the hook or not.
Oh, okay.
That was another pure luck check of, like,
Right.
you're remembering the early history. Do you have the hook yet? Because that is physical evidence of, look how far it went.
Okay, so I'm going to explain that I'm an ancient creature, and so, I've been resurrected, and so
Been
some of my
around the
memories.
block a couple times.
A little bit.
I'm gonna see like my memories are coming back, but at the same time they're still a little
I meant to
vague.
drop those.
So I'm gonna give you what I remember as my earliest memory of Hook, before he became who we know him as.
The court sees Neverland appear. You see the young Thumbelina. As you start describing these very, very fresh memory. And yes, we see Hook not as anyone knows him. Not with hate in his eyes, not in any form of malice. What you were able to pull, Thumbelina, is a man that just kept coming back. There was no malice. There was never any evil. It was just a person trying.
And so I would, assuming I know fairy culture, clearly I would be like, when someone comes back too many times, we see them as a nuisance. We do anything we can to get them to stay away because they're disturbing our peace.
Hades has slunked off. You can tell, for you, just because the whole thing, he was trying to get a memory thing. You can tell. Mufasa, in taking the stand, has come up. Thumbelina, would you then say, to the best and most honest opinion of your mind, that it was due to the actions of that early Fey court that the modification of memory would have began upon this person.
I don't want to have the Fae seen as awful or terrible. Understand it is part of what we do to keep our family safe. And so if someone is snooping around and trying, if we perceive them as trying to learn too much about fairies, then we will do what we can to defend our people. And oftentimes this may come into, I don't remember if I was there or not exactly, I was too young, but they would have probably cast a madness spell on him to keep him away from us. Now that clearly backfired.
Mufasa's not looking great. You see Hades is smiling. But you see, unfortunately, as Mufasa just... the Fae acting in self-protection, according to their custom. You were invited off the stand, Thumbelina, as that finishes.
Hey, I sent you a message. Did you get it?
I did. Sorry, I'm also trying to look at... There's
no
a
worries. You got a lot. I just want to let you know I did send one.
Yes, no. So I'm trying to figure out when that would happen. So here's what you find. All of you are seeing here. Kronk, another perception check. This is gonna be fun.
I can do this.
You want to use my key for me instead? Sure.
Nat 20, Nat 20. You're gonna learn who this is. Nat 20.
That's a 7.
Man, that's just an annoying voice in the back of your head. Whatever's happening, just is not good.
Wow,
Who's
that
going?
sucks.
Unfortunately, that was the last chance before something happens.
Oh, crap.
Hades is going to come up. Yes, it is hard to judge off of a young, inexperienced Fae's mind on the true intentions of a person. Is it in our ruling as you fiends to judge what Fae madness could be, how it could be in any different than your own, and how the world looks upon them favorably? No.
Sorry, Hook, I tried.
That's not... you see, Thumbelina, you know, and Mufasa could tell, it's not like you did a bad thing, it's that, like, we did the best we could, but this was going to come up. You see, Hades, though, I motion, of course, with the respect that the defense with Thumbelina, we forget and instead call another witness. Would we call one immediate victim of one James Hook of Tiger Lily to the stand?
No!
Kronk, standing beside you see coming out of shadow
It's dark.
this dark archer that you've seen down in Tartarus that seems to have been following you guys.
That
Appears
is
out of the
so
shadows.
rude.
Objection.
You see a lot of Belly and Fear are just like order because again, this dude just summoned someone.
The literal worst person.
Yeah.
I mean, but like for Hades, it's the perfect person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like,
who
can we
hates
get,
Hook
like,
more
the
than any
is
other
she a
creature in
deity?
existence?
Is that, or is she just in heaven?
Kind of a minor deity right now.
So,
So,
then is
wait,
he
wait, wait.
allowed to?
So, are we allowed to have gods testify?
You see, here's what's gonna happen.
Are you trying to get
Well, I
Foster to
have
call
gods.
good Lily?
Persecute.
Well, yeah, like
And we're allowed to
you're
have-
literally choosing not just
The
like a
dark
specific,
side.
but you're choosing the worst
Version of...
Like you're.
This is where big rules are gonna come because you
No,
guys
but
as a
it's
group are gonna have to
half
try
of
to
a
argue with
person.
Mufasa.
Okay,
Here's what's
yeah.
happening. You see Hades brings up all this. Now, would it please the court to know, Lilith, are you, of course, a celestial being?
Okay,
You see-
objection.
Belial overruled, and Mufasa just wait. We'll have a moment. We have to see what he can do.
Goodness gracious.
You see, just
This is so biased.
Lilith just. What do you mean, celestial? You see, do you have a domain? Are you in any form of a god? Do you have followers? Do you have anyone that would worship you? You see,
Unknown deity.
Lilith, none. No one follows me.
I follow you.
I was thinking
Fair.
of doing that.
Overruled. You don't see like
Listen.
a bailiff. Overruled. Immediate turn of religion is in no grounds. No one can have the.
Immediate turn of religion.
wait,
We
no,
love
no.
Lily.
I'm gonna message this to Mufasa.
Yes.
I literally named my ship after Lilith
Oh.
in a form of respect
I'll
to
pull
all
out
that
one of
she
the
has done.
gifts that Lilith gave me, and like be like,
I know, we
I've
all
carried
have a
this with
gift.
me through all of my adventures.
Yeah, we
to
literally have
remind
her
me of
symbols.
Oh.
I named my ship
ship
after
is
her.
Oh,
Here we
All right, here we go. This is.
The fact that he was hunting down Hook was kind of like a mission in Lily's
wow.
name. That was a holy crusade in worship of Lily.
Because her spellcasting focus is from Lily.
Here's the goal,
and she's
gang.
a cleric.
We're about to box a doom
Box
this
a
because
doom.
this is cool.
Can she bardic your luck check?
No, so Bardic's. What's about to happen?
We're gonna.
Well, leave
You
it-
guys
we'll leave it
have the
as
bang
Lily
rings
wants.
Lily made you before she died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. No,
Or if you didn't
I
have
don't
one.
have
Or
one.
if you wouldn't have
Yep.
had one.
It was-
Jim, you have a testimony of your ship named the Tiger Lily. These
Well,
are,
it's the tiger's eye, but it's
or the Tiger's Eye, excuse me.
But again, in
Um,
homage.
because she gave me the symbol,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
You're
yeah,
trying.
so you have that bang ring too.
You're trying
Yeah.
to say, some people in chat are getting extremely annoyed.
Eleanor.
Don't worry, someone might get a phone call depending on how this goes in a second. Extreme box of doom, because if
Tiger is looking down from heaven saying,
There-
"Don't you dare, bitch!
there's a
You
line.
don't represent me."
if the rolls go bad, they could say, nope, not a goddess, done. You guys are screwed. Lilith is going to testify, and there's not much else.
Right.
On a better roll, you might be able to get like a fair middle ground, and on a great roll, like something really high, you're looking at your guys' best possible scenarios. We're going to turn to the box of doom cam real quick.
Wait. Can I add one more thing?
One more thing.
Can I ask Adam if he has something from Lilith?
Wait, are we allowed to use jury?
Aren't allowed to use the jury. No, sorry. Yeah, I had to remember the quick rules of this
No
court.
worries.
Yeah, no. It's because it's like they've been summoned as a hero in that form, but of course, any previous knowledge of it, it's got to be like,
Okay.
Well, and
No
was-
worries.
weren't they gone when she died anyway?
yeah.
Yeah, they weren't
Yeah,
here.
they weren't
She,
there.
they wouldn't have gotten a.
Here we go. I will tell you right now, you're gonna want a higher roll.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead.
What is with that
Okay.
smile? I don't like that smile.
Just gonna let chat see that. No one else.
I don't know how I can feel about this.
So
She's a man.
you see, Hage is taking. I see time if witness and evidence is pulled. Jim, you're taken to the stand. You
I-
give.
Literally named my ship after Lilith because I watched her ascend,
You see,
and
Belly and Furl
I-
are looking at your amulets while you're talking
like
to.
literally the tiger's eye. This was given to me by her. I watched her ascend into what she is now, and this isn't actually her.
You see, excuse me, Mufasa stands. It would please the court that in the nature of one true Lily, her death, godly visage and form was created around two personages, and that the true memory and better visage, we would like you, the court, to uphold that the true Tiger Lily is not here. You see Belial is sitting there looking very pleased. I mean, this dude lives for the chaos of court. I mean, he's
The
excited.
chaos of court.
Drama.
He wants to know
You
us.
see,
But he's a
That,
lot. This is his soaps.
Awful chaotic.
These are his soaps.
Lawful chaotic, yes. That's what he is.
as sitting here, you see Belial. Well, if that's not the true person, we call forth the true goddess Tiger Lily.
The true goddess, Tiger Lily?
Yeah.
Tiger Lily, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tiger Lily, you are called to the stand.
More paperwork?
I'm gonna put you on the bigger stand. It won't let me real quick. Let me try to put you on a better speaker.
Yay!
I was not expecting this, so I'm a little off guard. Well, just because it was chat saw it was a natural 20.
What?
So the
Oh my
best
gosh.
possible thing happened.
Oh my gosh. So what were
The thing is I have a delay. You
Oh,
guys
good.
haven't shown up yet.
We're
on
back.
The
Nope. We might be done.
You were working earlier.
I know, it's the problem. We're having some technical difficulties.
Yeehaw.
Oh, you're back.
Yay!
Alrighty. Thank you back. Tiger Lily,
Uh-huh.
you are on the
She's
stand.
sitting there in the top is actually like a very business professional uniform, and the bottom are pajamas of a lovable children's show, Cake Monster.
I love this.
You guys see Tiger Lily sitting there. Mufasa approaches.
Yeah, that looks like her.
Tiger Lily. You are the same Tiger Lily that has lived in Neverland for quite some time, correct?
Yeah.
You have known said James Pleiades Hook your whole life.
Yeah.
They catch you up. It helps you were watching the chat. You know, you are informed of this thing. You're shown the memories through the plaintiff and the court recorders of what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say, to your full and best knowledge, that these are the actions of a man trying to return home to his family, and doing so heroically, though through the madness of the Fae fighting him, still was acting in good intentions?
Lily pauses for a moment.
You hear a message from Jim. Say yes, he's my fetching dad.
I believe so. Because not only through my life experiences, but now being able to see things as a goddess, I now more fully understand his situation. And I would say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, and Lily makes eye contact with her, he was just trying to go home. He was lost.
Lily's grown up so much.
You see,
Tell her that she'll be offended.
Hades is actually in the courtroom looking pissed. All of you see he is fuming as Dark Lily is sitting next to him. Lily, you see yourself, and Lilith, you see yourself, and everything
Oh,
hurts.
damn, I look good in black.
You see, the Dark Lily flips you off from her seat, or their seat, excuse me. As you see, Hades just no further questions.
Yes!
I just want to message Hades and be like, man, it seems like it's all going to H.E.O.'s experience.
Stop provoking him. He's gonna smite us.
Thank you,
dude.
Tiger Lily. We're gonna hang up. Thank you for your witness.
Oh, hold on. Before you hang up, before Lily is whisked away,
Oh,
she does a little heart symbol to the Imagineers and mouths,
Aw.
"Love ya. Sorry I can't help more."
We love you.
thank you, Tiger Lily.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Okay, cool. I'm
Just
gonna join the
crying
stream
again.
now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Just never met her before.
Oh, that was awesome.
Krog just ah.
Just falling. I
Never
love
met
it.
her before.
What's funny is Krunk has no idea of the history at all. And so
Right?
it's just like,
No
it's
context.
all new.
It's
It's
all
all
new.
new. You're like,
This is a complete show.
But that's the
It's
thing.
like, there's two of them.
Hi-
It's like my...
Alicia doesn't have any context for this as well.
It's an honest roleplay.
Yeah. Good job.
You guys, so Lilith does not leave. You see, she is still sitting by Hades. Tiger Lily, though, disappears in light. Belly Alfira, anyone who wants to make me an insight check can.
Yeah.
Where's my Pahone?
It's a 19.
There
A
it is.
19.
23.
16.
Inside 1 second.
12.
I think right now,
I got a 16.
16. So the only person that got above a 20 was Morph. Morph, you see, for a half a moment, Fierna looks angry. But it passes. You see just like some sort of scowl, but immediately is back.
I'm gonna message that to everyone. Do I have any idea, like, was she angry because Hades didn't get his way?
It's more, there is so much unknown that even on 20 insight, it's that like,
Okay.
that was anger. Whereas a lot of this has been masked. That was an obvious emotion. And Tycho
Good.
says, best of luck, Imagineers.
Thank you.
You guys, though, see Hades just sitting there. Right. They call anything else from the prosecution. He says, I call James Hook back to the stand. Hook goes back. Hades comes forward. Thumbelina, you can do what you wanted to now.
I rolled it for you.
Perfect. I'm going to make then a very important check.
Everyone dies.
Oh no.
Um,
Can I be distracting?
You are
Thumbelina.
distracting your existence.
Can I be more
no
distracting?
one sees you. You go all the way back, except as you see Jasmine, more of like you kind of look over Thumbelina's back. Hades looks around, makes dead eye contact with you. He messages you, thanks.
Fetch.
Oh no.
All I needed to know.
What
Comes-
did you do?
Comes up to Hook though.
I don't know.
You can tell Thumbelina that seemed very not even to what's going on. This is something totally
now this guy knows that the ring is in that person's hand, and like that's a powerful artifact. So maybe it's
different. James Hook. Good father, good man.
he has to be speaking the truth there.
Here's the thing.
But-
I don't think I saw it. It was just Hades. So you have no idea what it is.
Hook, how long have you known that one Jim Pleiades Hawkins was your son?
About 2 hours.
That's a good question.
So, doesn't answer. I'll repeat the question. How long did you sit there and know that that was your kid? The one you profess to be returning back to? See Hook. Quite some time.
Could have been more vague there. But
More specific would have been helpful.
Right?
No,
You
more
see-
vague would
Well,
have been more
I want
helpful.
to know.
Hades just... You did nothing.
I mean, it's understandable.
Good father. Feels guilty. Doesn't let his son do anything. Watches this all happen. I leave it to you, ladies and gentlemen of the court. This is not a good man. And so I motion that one James Hook and his son, James Hawkins, be sent to the 6th level correctional facility
What?
Why
for
not?
some
do?
family bonding time
Oh my gosh.
to better repair their supposed relationship, as they claim, and keep one Jim Hawkins on the path of adventuring. Wouldn't want you to become a pirate like your father.
Objection? That's what they're doing with us right now? Adventure bonding?
No, you can't say that.
Although I think it's funny
Mufasa-
you were requiring that, and all you were required was family counseling.
But to be fair, I didn't try to kill my dad.
That is true.
They
Why
just,
didn't you-
yeah, all the
Okay.
court said,
Wait.
all the court said for you, Jasmine, is court-ordered family therapy with your father.
Because Hercules is like, no.
They literally left it at that.
Yeah.
You see, though,
Can I have my voice?
Mufasa's the last one that can talk, unfortunately.
But he can't call me to the stand.
Not again. It's that you had that moment, and it helped. It really did. Mufasa comes up giving his closing statements. James Hook is a hero who has been working for the good of his family to not only help return to his son in helping his son on this noble quest, that the madness of the Fae took him from these goals and was not in the right state of mind. The judges are leaving to have their deliberation. 4 against against.
August, while that's
Hey,
going on,
they're
can I do a
heroes.
history check
So
on
they would
Fiona?
obviously want me
Yes.
But
to
the
have my
judges.
father.
Not the jury, the judges are the terrifying.
Yes.
24.
This is not
Wait,
your
25?
jury of
This
peer
is
of
the
heroes.
Devil Lords.
The Devil
deciding
Lords.
which one it
25.
was.
25. You can't tell much. Fiona just left. Yeah, he's been the lawful evil ruler. With her father. Helping judge the courts of hell.
Do I know how she tends to rule hearings?
With an eye.
Usually lawfully.
Yes, but does she seem to show any sort of
Lawful.
preference or favor towards...
You don't know.
On a 25, I don't know.
Morph, have you ever been to any sort of demon court?
No, but I summon a lot of demons.
On a 25,
We're
you know
trying
she's
for
lawful,
that.
you know these things. You have no frame of reference
That's
for
fair.
what could happen is the bad thing right now.
I just gotta milk everything for all it's worth.
You're good.
Hoping that we survive.
You see, though, Hades sitting there, Hook on the stand, not meeting anyone's eye still. The judges return as you see, we have made our ruling. In the case of James Pleiades Hawkins Hook, Sr., we find the defendant
Dead.
not guilty in actions of piracy. We find him aligning with the actions of a hero according to his best mental state due to the Fey Madness. We do not find him innocent of counts of murder, larceny, and piracy of organized crime. As being one of the piratical lords of Dizania,
I don't think I can, because he couldn't either.
we do hereby sentence one James Hook to the loss of gained immortality
He gained immortality?
and to the loss of 20 years of his life.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
You guys watch as Hook becomes a much older gentleman before your eyes.
Hey,
So
that
you
means
have
he's
to
just like the
explain
right
to me.
age in
So-
comparison to you.
That's
He's
fair,
aged
yeah.
20
Yeah, that's
years
actually not
and he's
bad.
immortal and he's
Now
If
immortal.
no
Yeah.
one kills him, he
Immortal?
could live forever.
Immortal. Okay.
It's like Peter Pan.
Well, but
It's
like not anymore.
not
But yeah.
anymore.
Okay.
He's now mortal.
So now he's like the
And
age he should
He
be.
actually
Yeah.
looks the age
So
he should.
this actually isn't that bad.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, he's
Unless
like
they
what?
do something else.
He's what, like nearly 50 now? Because
He
I'm
could be any-
22.
He could be anywhere from 42 to 50,
Yeah.
arguably.
Still, that's not bad.
You see though, as the
I mean, I imagine
Court-
feeling all that age. Just like,
Hook comes back, he
Depends.
comes all the way around to
He's a
sit by
high
you,
enough fighter. He
Croc.
doesn't get the
Um,
negative.
Hook is sitting all the way by you. He
Paladins don't
is not
monks,
sitting
though.
next to
monks,
anyone
yeah,
else.
it's monks. They have to get to
Um,
level 7.
Congrats.
Yeah, that just happened
And
to
the
Kronk.
silver hair is looking really nice.
Oh.
You see, yes, Hook now has a lot of silver in the hair.
I didn't know that.
But you see, he doesn't say anything
So
to
now
you,
he's
Kronk.
like a silver fox. Because I mean, that version of Hook that you have on there is pretty attractive. So just imagine him 20 years older.
Yeah.
He's like a Colin Firth.
Jim, your dad looks hot. That's what you
Imagine
need to
an
know.
older man who's actually
Why,
handsome
why do
Colin
I feel
Firth.
this way?
Um,
I'm concerned.
this is concerning.
Oh my
You guys
goodness.
though see,
Jimmy
as a lot of people are,
Harris.
the noise becomes that buzz in the background because again, demons and reporters and other people clicking, flashing because again,
Robert Downey
James Hook basically just got off. Yeah, there was still sentencing. He didn't get a perfect,
Well, this
you
is
know.
pretty merciful.
This is very
Oh, yeah.
merciful
Way
because
better
of
than I
the
thought.
good testimony of all of you. Even you, Thumbelina, it did help.
Good job, you
It's
guys.
just unfortunately
You
that
saved
your
it.
testimony was something Hook springboarded into one of his little tricks.
I mean, but it was honest.
It was honest.
And it proved that he didn't go to the island insane. So he
All-
left the island insane.
Yes. All of you see
You
though
left
now
Ireland insane as well.
as the court.
Anyone who
always
leaves
Neverland leaves a little insane.
We now
That's
call
just
one
wrong.
Robert Parr
Ah, yes.
to the stand.
Right, I forgot about him.
The
we go.
ultimate problem.
In
What is
the
his
case
name?
of the crimes
I don't
of
think that's one. Good
one
one.
Robert Parr,
I don't
and
think
we
that
now
makes sense.
motion the court to now hear testimony and conviction of the crimes of murder of the Devil Lords. So, Mr. Credible, by going last, you're just the name that's going to be on the record for it, and now we got to talk about everything else.
Oh.
And,
Mr. Incredible, they're going to start by, of course, reading your crimes. This is something you.
That's
I
right.
mean, you already know, but again, for the court. In one case of Robert Parr, 0 counts of assault and battery,
Impressive.
0 counts of arson, no counts of any child abuse, domestic abuse, kidnapping, verbal abuse, rape, statutory rape, or harassment.
No verbal abuse.
In the counts of manslaughter,
Yes, because
of
they're
course,
not much
this
verbal
all, of
abuse,
course,
all
they
they
are
do
not
is
talking
lie.
about any assault and battery. Anything monstrous or anything, of course, is being tried under the hero. They're not going to go through everything and be like, well, you punched a knoll once. Well, because you were a hero.
Yeah.
Heroes punch knolls.
In the account of
Also,
Murder.
Ari.
the murder of one Calabar, the warlock,
I assume he had it coming.
6 members of the crew of one James Pleiades Hook,
That was
I was
the murder of one Simon Palladino,
oh
who?
Gazer beam.
gazer beam.
His
He
mentor.
threw into
Also
a room
had
of
it
like
coming.
saws.
That was funny how we all do that.
It was a really brutal death.
That was.
the murder of one Venatori vampire,
Nah.
Oh yeah.
and the assisted murder of one Scar of Desanya.
It's a good thing we didn't waterboard those vampires after all, because you would have been trying to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh gosh.
In accounts of crimes of property, one account of larceny, in the robbing of a tavern owner of Desanya of all of his golden possession.
What was
No.
that from?
No accounts of burglary and embezzlement. 48 counts of false pretense. Basically, you didn't tell the whole truth to get something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep,
But
yep.
no
all the
accounts
time.
of robbery, auto theft, or shoplifting.
Pizza, pizza.
The aiding and abetting of the Imagineers and Rogues to fall under the Court of Hero. The attempted murders of one Nathaniel Flint.
August,
Yes.
as they're reading these, can I look at Hades and just do an insight check on like whether he is going to try and be aggressive with my case or not?
Yeah, go for it.
$16.
16. Hades is looking at you with interest. I'll say on 16, he might be very interested in the fact that, of course, now we're talking about the Devil Lords, and it could just be you in general. It may be this like twofold. Okay,
Because I know before he was like, some people he was like,
but you see, in finishing up the list, 0 counts of any statutory crimes related to any alcohol, trafficking, drug trafficking, or white collar crimes. This is something we have to ask too, like with Jasmine, because I wasn't sure. Do you think you have any accounts of any drug use or possession?
no.
Okay. Yeah.
This
No.
is all natural.
But yes, of course, 0 counts of any crimes of morality against gambling, prostitution, assisted suicide, drug use, possession. 0 counts of organized crime. Yes, Jim.
Can
Yeah,
I,
that's
so can I message
great.
Hades and just be like, 0 for 5? You kind of suck as a prosecuting
Well,
attorney.
you are going to
Why are you like?
Why are you doing this?
Can my like passive insight
My
tell me
boss
that
is
Jim is
crazy.
being dumb?
No one really can tell with message. That's the best part. It's why you guys have been able to talk in the courtroom without. And so yeah, if you want to just like,
Well, so, because Hades
Hades stands up.
legit has a temper.
Uh-huh.
Hades
He's
stands
trying
up.
to get him to blow his top. So that he
Ladies and gentlemen, the
So
jury.
did he murder us all?
Wait,
I-
so I guess
I
that's
know.
opening statement.
I know.
No, you see, he's stopping them before they're finished with your rep.
Wow.
What the heck?
In counts of organized crime, I motion for 1.
Oh. Oh no.
The assembling of one terrorizing force and army
Oh.
of undead, gnoll, and other persons.
Hey.
That's fair.
You
Is
see,
that what you say?
No, I'm not gonna say
no,
that.
but you see, Hades is like that. No, I want this to be counted
Can
because they couldn't count. I mean, that's not technically an organized crime, but
I message Hades? I was like, that's usually your thing. Getting a little jealous?
you're trying.
You two are dangerous.
Do you keep rolling to see how mad Hades gets?
I do. I've got checks. I got checks for everything. Also, let me just say, it's so nice to have my full range of voice back, so I can like do funny voices and weird stuff.
I'm just
It
glad I
it feels
saw
good.
myself
It feels good.
I didn't see. I had like this.
Oh, I love the chat messages from. Sorry, we couldn't count them. You see, though, the core Belly and Fear have to accept. I mean, it's like yes, in this case, could it stake? Who knows? But it's not like okay, we'll see. Opening statements is now the time.
Okay, just 1 second.
Define crime?
No,
Are you
it's
trying to pull a
define
Jim?
organized
Okay.
crime.
With the piracy thing?
So,
Uh-huh.
because one thing was brought up that I didn't anticipate, I'm going to make my originally planned opening statement with a couple addendums at the end.
Okay.
What
What do you say, Mr. Incredible?
Given the opportunity to be a hero, it isn't always about what you do, or who you kill, or who you fight. Sometimes the greatest measure of a hero is who you choose not to kill or fight, or what you choose not to do. For example, given the opportunity earlier, Jim was given the opportunity to kill Hook, and he chose not to, an action that was deemed heroic before.
That's a good point.
When it comes down to it, heroism is the willingness to do what must be done and make the best situation for all parties involved. I'd like to demonstrate my ability to do this with a couple of witnesses. The first one coming from that count of organized crime. Could we call Mr. Incredible Jr. to the stand?
I
see.
love it.
The court kind of is like, well, you see, even Mufasa just because Belly just like, Mr. Parr, that is for your defense attorney to call for you.
Okay. Defense attorney.
Mufasa gets up just yes.
Sir,
We would like to call in the accounts of Robert Parr, one Mr. Incredible Jr.
Everyone's just like, what?
M-
He has a
M.I.J. to the stand. You come around, sit down, as materializing one Mr. Incredible in all of you. You see
And I want to, like, the whole time, I just
There
want to look at
is-
Hades just to see, like, his,
See his reactions?
there's an arrow in his neck.
No.
As you see a devil not even looking, just kind of this knoll, and you see he's covered in blood and marks. He looks around. A lot's been happening you guys don't know about.
I want to,
Poor
like,
kids.
make eye contact with him, and I'll be like,
You see Mufasa, Mr. Incredible Jr. Is this the name you go by? You see what? The name that you would like recorded.
I'll point to Mufasa, and I'll be like, he's a good guy.
Mr. Incredible Jr. You see, yes, that's my name, Mr. Incredible Jr. Are you under the employment of one said Robert Parr, Mr. Incredible? That is correct. Where am I? You see, those that while I mean he was given that quick little like mind meld of like here you are. It's still a lot. You see though, Mufasa. How long have you worked for said employer? 2 years. Under which time would you say that your employer has acted heroically? Yes. He's been giving homes and jobs for my brethren. We've been protecting. People don't hate us. It's honestly kind of nice. You see, Mufasa. Would you say that based on previous action, then, that your employer is a hero?
Is he the number one rated employee?
Yes, he is a hero. And she Mufasa just let the court see that this higher-ranking employee for one Mr. Incredible is, in the eyes of the court, in the eyes of truthfulness, deeming him a hero. Hades will get his chance, but yes.
Well, I feel like I should message Mufasa and just so we're clear, there has been someone impersonating
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible,
Yeah, I'm
And
very
they-
worried about how that's
and
gonna
they
did
may
not
have been
think about
doing
that
some
before.
terrible things.
Oh.
When I saw the
What?
arrow, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's the orchestra.
Yeah, it's
something
this whole
with
thing like Orcus.
This would have been really good to know before we came
Yeah,
into the
look,
courtroom.
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
You see, Mufasa looks very worried. As
But,
Hades
but like we can.
comes up,
All of a sudden, that makes
Mr. Incredible Jr. Reverse Jim. Listen, buddy. Can you point out your employer for us? Let's see. I find it interesting, though, that you are here. If he was employing you, who would be your employer now? This should be your former employer. Is that not true?
Oh no.
You see, Mr. Incredible. Well, he was going on an adventure for heroism with people to be hero. That's not the question. Why is he not your former employer? Would any employment not end? Entering into a new heroic contract, going on adventures.
No.
You see, well, because he gave us orders to stay and help. Yeah. Oh, okay. Stay and help. Stay and help. Okay. So what have you been doing? It's been a while. Been a couple months since he's last been on the surface.
Is it really?
And have in that time you been waiting for his orders? No. You haven't. Why have you not been waiting for your employer's orders? Mufasa, objection overruled. Why have you not been waiting for the orders? Well, because there was we thought there was a Mr. Incredible helping lead us in Sumani. Oh my, that is terrible. Truly awful. An imposter. I'm so glad that that's been brought to the attention. It would be horrible for anyone to know of an imposter on the surface.
Mr. Incredible can't be held accountable for what an imposter does.
I think
I would
he's gonna
like
be like,
to-
why didn't he tell everyone that there was an imposter?
Mr. Incredible Jr., did you know about this imposter in any way, shape, or form before now? No. You see, as he is talking. Well, then we turn then again to one Mr. Incredible, because of course a very simple solution, Your Honors. Mr. Incredible, did you know of this imposter? Or that there would be someone with your face, person, and authority on the surface?
a person? I didn't know that there would be a person.
In your full and honest opinion. Keep in mind, you see, he looks down. Dear Lord, just connect already. You see, there was at no point where you knew that an imposter was on the surface taking control of your armies, organized crime, and we could assume using them for evil. You never knew about this.
I did take actions to prepare my city in case worst came to worst.
Answer the question, Mr. Incredible.
I provided them a way of bringing...
Did you or did you not know someone was using your face?
Yes, and we told people. Like, we literally told the authorities.
I can't message him.
Yeah, you see, but you can tell. I mean, no one said Hades is pushing you into, because it's...
Yeah.
Did you have any knowledge?
I had made the city defendable in the case of my absence.
Defendable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, defendable. Interesting. Mr. Incredible pulls up some slides. Would you say armed militia in the streets, slide, is defendable? Would you say search and seizure of properties of innocent civilians? Defendable? The attack of the Chamber of Princess and the Dignitary's End, is that defendable to you?
Great question. Objection.
On what grounds?
I'm not present. I can't be charged for things that are happening that aren't due to my direct actions.
Let the record show one Robert Parr never made note of his knowledge of these events or of one imposter using his power in the mortal plane.
But that's blatantly false.
You see though,
No, he never directly answered the
you
question.
because you're not
He
answering the
wrote
question.
that down.
He's being like,
'Cause he pushed
I'm
that
sorry.
Yes or no.
I gave a very clear, and you can tell Belly and Fiona, it does look bad. They're looking at you, looking. It's just that like, and whereas there is good cause, you know, you and Mr. Incredible Jr. did do a good job of that. There is still now a big mark of there. He's not telling us, and so at what point did he know and didn't do it? It's kind of like with a white collar crime of like, when did you know the stock was going to crash and you sold all your money? And it's that like, I'm not saying anything, but you not saying anything looks bad.
So for the next one, like before Mufasa goes back up, I just want to whisper to him. I want to be like, make sure to point out that I'm not there, and we were able to repurpose the enemy army into good for so long. Also, reemphasize that I am doing everything I can with the next witness.
You see, Mufasa just will try our best. Mr. Incredible Jr. looks at you one last time before he is out. As that's going to have to be part of Mufasa's closing statement.
Mr. Incredible Jr. is about to get killed.
I was gonna say I'm very worried.
But if there's an arrow in his neck.
Am I back on the stand, or are we calling
You
the
are
next witness?
back on the stand to call the next one.
Okay.
It's in that, like, just because you're the face right now.
Yeah.
Mufasa does, you know, then come up. My client has been shown to act always in the self-interest and help of others. In that whatever knowledge could have been procured
I'm watching Hades because this is going to be a show.
as my client, in whatever knowledge of effects of the mortal plane, has since always acted heroically. Would it please the court to call a surprise witness?
Number 2. Electric Boogaloo.
You see Bill and Farron.
They're just
saying,
sitting there
it's
with their
right.
popcorn.
I mean, for them, this is kind of a show. It's dark as demons. They just
It
get
is
to.
their Law and Order show.
This is their Law and Order show, and they
Yeah,
get to
and this
decide
is like the
who gets-
highest profile case they've seen in a while.
They see.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the Devil Lord murders
We
yet.
would like to call forth in Mufasa, a hero is only as good as those he doesn't kill.
It's gonna be the spotter.
You are trying to subject my clients in the matter of bringing forth evil when they have all acted only but heroic and good in all eyes of the court. Your honors, ladies and gentlemen, I call forth one despotter, second lord of hell to the stand.
I can't wait to see Hades' face.
Yeah,
Hades,
I'm watching Hades.
pillar of flame erupts from his head.
Can I message him and just be like, sorry to disappoint you that we didn't dispatch him?
He gets like advantage on a piss Hades off check for the pun in this moment. Come
Oh,
on.
it's pretty good.
Everyone make a perception check.
Ooh,
I'm about to die.
15. That's the best perception
So
I'll ever
bad
make.
for perception.
Yeah.
Mine's only 9.
9.
18.
8.
You were looking at Hades, to be fair, at this point. It's not like
Yeah, I got 12.
12.
16.
Cool. As
Oh,
the
like
spotters
this.
called to the stand,
Hey,
You guys see-
I'm just here to hurt him.
Despotter looks terrible. Clothes are ragged, wild eyes. You see You get no sound, just looking around. Just, where am I? What's going on? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? You see Belly and Fiona as demons are freaking the hell out. As everyone's just like, what?
He's not dead!
I mean, order. You see.
just called the victim of the murder.
Belial
Convicted of
raises a
murder.
hand. All of you feel a compelled silence as he uses magic to shut everyone up. You actually see there are a few demons that keep screaming. He grabs them, and you watch as their souls are dragged down below. Their bodies crumple as you see something sucked out of them down to calm the court. The court will hear testimony of one Despotter. You see he looks over and kind of mouths like, what the hell, dude? But Despotter is wild. Mufasa. Despotter. Ah!
Full Zog.
Is it true you are one Lord of the second layer of hell? Who are you? With the court motion, kind of gives you a look, Mr. Credible, of like, you can tell me it was crazy. With the court motion for a memory to be given to one Despotter to draw forth evidence in the case of lack of verbal communication. Basically, not like full memory where it would be like they're going to do, but kind of like, can we just broadcast to see what's going on? You see, very easily proved, because like, yeah, we can't just sit here all day. Magically, we all see the events of Mr. Incredible, the contract being signed with Mr. T, Titavilles, seeing Despotter and fighting him, of taking the coin, the knowledge that the coin on your necklace would then keep him from death, of Despotters willingly taking it when you know, it's kind of one of your counts of false pretense. Yeah, you have a couple. But, of course, him taking it, we see his body being burned away. We do not see by who, because, again, he was dead at the time. We just kind of see the body burned, and then reforming in the ashen pits of Despotter, of Dis. Despotter had since just been crawling around. Just wild.
Oh my god.
How long in this time has it been?
You guys see, Despotter was crawling around for a couple days. You guys have been here for a couple hours. As you see, Fossa just show the court that my client not only saved the devil's life, that all the Imagineers have been acting heroically. Only acting in moments that knew were ultimate peril, and only for the good of all. Devils included.
Ooh.
Dang, that's a
Dang.
power.
And then he
Hades.
goes up and stabs him in the foot.
All of you. So here's what you guys notice. All of you have watched. Hades is so pissed right now. The dude's like pissed off. Takes the stand. No further questions. I call a witness. I call one Mr. T. Titavillius to the stand.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
but this is our chance to, like, implicate.
You see, though, he says,
Good.
let us keep Lord Despotter here. Of course, for his rehabilitation and help from his fellow peers and lords. You know, they kind of, you see the two lords nod, and so Despotter is given a little corner and a coloring book to play with. You see he immediately starts eating it. And
Okay.
violently. Ripping apart all the paper until
That's
it's
how
not.
it normally is here in hell, right?
Yeah.
Titavillis is called to the stand. You see him appear, Sue. He sees you, Mr. Incredible. And you see hatred in his eyes.
I'll give him the look that says, I outsmarted you and I got away with it.
Yeah.
And he knows. He's pissed. Hey, Titavillius, could you please point out your former employer for the court? Points out, you know, because, yeah, you can't deny that. He's on set. Titavillius, to your best knowledge, was Despotter a good ruler of Dis? I'll clarify, you see, because Mufasa almost... Same thing. Mufasa,
This
but you
isn't
see...
about the spotter.
When you assigned contract to the Imagineers, was Despotter before this of sound mind and fit to rule? You should have this. No. You see, I did care for my employer once, and he had become irrational and violent. I was worried about the safety and the overall well-being of Dis. You see, Hades, when you assigned contract to the Imagineers, did you not then do so in the hope and protection of Dis? Of course. I want to keep them safe. So, in keeping one Despotter alive, not only did the Imagineers circumvent your contract, showing blatant disregard for law and order.
No, we did kill him. I didn't say that out loud, but yeah.
But you see, he's... And letting now a thoroughly unfit person rule a layer of hell. See, Mr. T, undoubtedly. He has not stopped looking at you, Mr. Incredible.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
I just want to know if he knew that he was alive when he got called into the room, or if this is like a thing that we just sprung
Like,
on.
did we?
Yeah, go for it.
While
this is happening, Hades then just kind of in that... So let it be known that the Imagineers didn't do a good thing here. They kept someone dangerous alive, which should be dealt with by the Devil Lords. It's kind of like that legal of like, yeah, we're trying to make this point. What'd you get? 19. Oh yeah, no one was ready for this. This was something very quick that they had to just kind of throw together, and that's why you can tell they're going on this, legal point of that's not heroic. You let a crazy man stay alive. That you kept someone dangerous. You're like, is that a hero? Especially when you had a contract for someone who before this. Mufasa's argument, we're skipping, not in sense of it doesn't make sense, but there's not a lot he can get out of Mr. T. It's not like, yeah, these are all points, but no, he's not. Like
in our defense, we were trying to stop what we perceived to be a violent coup of a demon lord.
And of course, it's just, and he's just saying it was never a coup because Mr. T already ran the production facility. He'd already did everything.
It's still a coup.
It's still like, it's basically like, in all sense of the word, Despotter never was.
There's a specific word. There's like a difference between like coup d'etat and coup de grace or whatever, and there's like a specific term for like if it is a high official in the government who's taking over, like they have a very specific type of coup that is.
I mean,
But it's
I was putting out there's a label for this that then explicitly makes it a coup.
well, but they do have a solid point that
I don't think it's that.
Why are you making an angry
No.
face?
Chat, you can't give Despotter fruit snacks.
Oh, but I bet he loved them.
oh, I mean, their argument is.
If he's eating
Hey,
I have a lot of respect for Hades doing this
I
because
mean,
he's
I have a
coming up with
question.
a lot of good ideas.
when did Dark Lily disappear?
I think that this is.
What are you talking
probably
about?
the weakest
She's
point
gone.
of
Can
the
I
I
just
know, but,
noticed
like,
this.
you
Can I
always
roll a
have,
check
like,
of like
a
when
way
did
of,
she
like,
disappear? Where is she now?
Interpreting the
Nope.
stuff.
Because you
like,
failed a
August is doing
perception
a good job
check.
doing that.
That's really not.
As
She disappeared when Despotter. No, it was either when Mr. Incredible started his trial or it was when Despotter showed up.
you guys can see on the map, not there, but yeah.
It was when he made us roll a check and nobody noticed until just now.
No one
She's
noticed.
not on the map.
Wow.
You
And I'm wondering if
guys.
it's in whatever Hannah sneakily did that then he just set her to go sneakily counteract whatever that was. Because none of us know what you did, so I'm like, oh, maybe it's related.
You guys see though, as Hades is finishing up, Mr. T is, allowed to leave. Gives one look to you, Mr. Incredible. Disappears in fire and smoke.
I know.
You see Belly Fiona as Hades giving his closing arguments. These are not heroes. They go forth and enact their will. And it's almost always at the expense of life. Mufasa gets up in a closing statement. My clients are to the fullest extent of the law heroes, preventing loss of life, acting in the best accord to their customs and persons, in obeying the wills of the gods, in trying the best to help others around them, and without a shadow of a doubt, you see, he turns more to you guys, are heroes. Let the court and legal justice then see that also.
I love Mufasa.
Just when it does come to the killing of the other Devil Lords, we tried not to kill Zariel. She
Oh,
literally...
she absolutely
She made us...
railroaded us into
Yeah,
that.
she made us kill her.
Yeah.
And everyone here except Mr. Incredible was under mind control when we had to
The
kill the guy from the third
Jury
layer.
Yeah.
leaves. Jury of heroes, foom, foom,
Did we
fire.
resolve Mr. Incredible?
It's
Or
going to
resolve
happen
something
with
right
the
now?
group. This
Hang
is...
on. If the jury's disappearing, do we know what happened with the ring? Like,
They...
decision time?
Let me talk.
Okay.
Sorry. That wasn't me. That's just because they disappear and come back. This is something that they are... It's Mr. Incredible, but of course the overall decision of with the Devil Lords was that heroic. Which was why Mufasa brought in Spotter and saying, like, they've been doing their best. And look, they didn't even kill the Spotter. This wasn't his fault. Because there's not a lot you can do. I will say it's something maybe... you guys even get... Mufasa would told you, you can't go after, like, no, we really should have killed them. Really? You're trying to convince a Devil Lord that you had rights to murder another Devil? Not going to go over well.
Yeah.
Even if they don't like said Devil Lords, it's something you can't really argue in court. Your best bet was, we did it. Look at how we acted.
We were under contract to kill Zariel.
So it is that, like, we're trying our
by
best.
her contract.
Right?
Is that assisted suicide?
Technically, yes.
So we all have a counsel as to suicide.
Yeah, but again, it's trying to it's put under the court of hero to be like, but heroics. Billy and Fierna take it. They say, we thank the jury for their deliberation. You may be free. As the jury, Thumbelina, you feel the 3 little bits of paper in your pocket. I will tell you just numbers because it makes it easier. 12, 8, 8.
That's not fantastic.
Okay.
It's something. I mean, especially when you're working with these kind of guys, could go well.
I'm so confused.
Portents.
The Portents.
Yeah,
don't know what
that
they're
didn't
for.
help.
So you don't know what portents are?
I've never seen these before.
Divination
Oh.
wizard are the
You basically
Oh, okay,
get to
you're
say
able to
what.
change... Okay, yeah.
Say
those.
it's now a 12. On
Okay,
the
I
back.
thought...
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay.
So, what you guys see is the heroes all disappear. All of them looking at you. Adam just kind of nodding. Even Mulan just kind of hopeful. Because again, it comes down to the judges.
They seem stressful.
You see Belial.
So I have a question. Will there be a jury when we're all tried together?
This is
That
good
was
part
the
of
jury.
That was it.
That was your jury.
No, I mean because we were all tried. Are we being
that
all
was it.
tried?
Yeah,
And
that's, yeah.
That's why they left, because now it's cool. They gave their best verdict. Now it's, do the judges agree?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's why they've just been given leave, because it's like, thank you for what you need. There's nothing more you can do.
Jury duty, am I right?
I need everyone to roll me a group. You can either give me a perception or insight.
I'll do insight.
Insight. Okay.
Can you give some of his
21.
verdict or something?
On insight.
On insight.
19.
Oh.
Natural
Is this a
20.
save roll?
Yes.
No, it's just.
No, just insight or perception. Natural 20.
Yes.
Natural 1.
Mr. Incredible, you're
Good, we
feeling
got a natural
jazzed. It's very natural. It being all of you when you get off the stand, it's that very high adrenaline rush of
Yeah.
like, now I gotta calm down. So it's hard. It's hard to see. 14,
19 insight.
19,
21.
21,
15.
15, and nat 20. What were you using your nat 20 for? Insight or perception?
It's the same, so I would say... We got some insightful people here. I'll go with perception.
Try and look around. Jim, you see a bow being drawn back against a head. Morph, you look over. Hades looks calm and collected.
Which head?
Against the head of Belial.
Can I message Belial and just tell her that the witness Hades called to the stand is about to shoot you in the back.
We find the defendants. Not guilt.
August, can I
Everyone roll
teleport?
initiative.
Okay.
Because it's who's fast enough can anyone stop this from happening.
And we haven't had a long rest.
Here's the
at all,
thing.
so we're still
You've
alive.
alerted him. Something might still happen because, unfortunately, Jim, you were the only one who's not surprised.
I can't be surprised. I have the alert feat.
You have the alert feat. Thank you.
Wait, do I get to notice anything?
And I rolled a 23
All you know
initiative.
is you had that insight in. It was not high enough though to get the
I got
best
a 19
insight.
initiative.
Cool. 17 from Kronk. 13 Thumbelina.
And just to
Jasmine.
be clear,
23.
we've not had a long rest, right?
Yes, I actually need everyone's current hit points. Um,
I'm
So,
sorry,
Jim,
I don't
what'd you get?
know what my hit
I
points are right now.
I got a 19.
19.
I
Kronk 17. Morph.
18. Not my hit points.
I'm
And Mr.
pretty
Incredible.
sure we.
Are these hit points?
I
or
thought we did get a long rest actually, because we went straight to. Like-
no, we went straight from our fight with the spotter.
Because we iced water news and came here, remember?
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
That's
So
fair.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
how many hit points I have.
yeah, especially with like
Would the
looking
time,
for a lawyer
like,
and everything.
Would lawyering up would that have given them a short rest?
It's a short
So
rest.
could
Okay.
people have like re-rolled hit dice or
I
something?
have no
Yeah,
idea
and I
what
didn't
was
use
at.
any spells.
I'm gonna say you would have had to have used
But you
some
have
stuff.
17 hit dice, so like you probably were.
I know.
back
I
at
just
full.
don't know what.
What spells?
I know that I use Crown of Stars.
Yeah, so 7th level Thumbelina, you would have used a 9th level.
I've used ready a 9th level, 2 4th level, and 2 2nd level.
That is.
Shout out to martial classes who can't expend their abilities.
Seriously though.
It's nice to be a rogue
There
right
is
now.
still stuff though that if you haven't long rested first, I
Yeah.
don't think you've action surged though.
I know what I'm
Yeah.
going to do.
I'm sending to the chat also the initiative tracker so you guys can.
So my initiative. Do you want to know it?
Yes.
8.
8. Thank you.
And then you need all of our hit points still.
This is I'm going to assume for now. I'm sorry, I should have made this more clear. You guys can be at full because you would have had a long rest to use your hit dice to gain back.
Okay.
Oh wait, but not spell slots.
But spell slots for Morph and Thumbelina as best you can, just in keeping track of how many you've used.
I mean,
I didn't use any
have
spells in
used
this bar
Awesome.
fight.
between the spotter fight and what I used here. Do I
Yeah.
count both of those or just keep the ones I used here and
Count both, because you
Okay.
did use some of those.
I will say I'm only at 93 hit points because I didn't lose enough that I like wanted to roll hit dice or anything.
Yes, you're at 93. Here's what we're trying to do. Just to make sure before we go into this, Jasmine, I have you at 93 out of 93.
Out of 96. It might have been we leveled up even if we didn't rest.
Yes, you leveled up even though you didn't rest. That's why I'm trying to do this now. Thank you all for your patience with me.
Yeah.
Jasmine out of 96. Thank you. Jim, next up, what is your current hit point total?
121.
121, thank you.
It should be right.
Okay. Okay. Morph, what is your current hit point total?
123, I believe. Let me double check.
Okay.
Because I'm down on my spells, so give me.
You're good, you're good. Kronk, what do you have?
124.
My current maximum is 119.
119, thank you. Morph, 124. Okay. Thumbelina, what is your current totals?
118.
Putting these on.
This is what I was trying to catch up with. Mr. Incredible, what is your hit point?
146.
146. I've already caught up Hook, everyone else. So everyone's healed. Jasmine, you're just at 93. Here's what's gonna happen. I've rolled the initiative, and unfortunately, people have rolled higher. Lilith acts first,
Dang it.
as she got a natural 20. You guys see, at the same time, Fierna draws out of her cloak. Too bad. No. Nope.
Okay.
As you see, Fierna stabs a blade into her father's side.
It's a coup.
All of you watch as intense strain, arrow, Belial falls dead.
That easy?
As I had already rolled his checks, it was just basically if he could have rolled better in the initiative.
But seriously, like, he's out here making saving throws?
Yeah.
He just got surprise round crit. They just killed him.
They got crits.
Lilith has her arrow where he failed his save because he had less than a certain amount of hit points because of what Fierna did. Fierna, Hades, Lilith. I was just doing one. You guys all see though Lilith come into view as the arrow through his head. Belial dissolves in flame.
So we're not the ones with daddy issues, right? This is clearly worse.
Please
But
tell me that you actually say that.
She absolutely says that to Jim.
you see Despotter looks up just again as he is technically in the initiative. Sorry, I forgot to put him in roll.
So there's nothing there, but when we killed the other guys, they were still there.
Yes, this is something interesting. When Despotter and everyone dies, their bodies can stay. In terms of Belial, his body does in fact burn away to reform.
Reform, so he will reform.
That's what we're about to see though in this battle.
Dang it.
Despotter rolled terrible, but I mean he's got a decent boost. Jasmine, you see this happen as both of these godlike women assassinate. All the demons start screaming. You hear someone just questioning anarchy as like everyone's just running around though. No one knows what's happened because the sentence was passed, not guilty. But now chaos erupts as one of the heads of the lair is
We
dead.
get a fight with Mufasa, guys.
Get a fight with Mufasa.
Okay, that's
We never got to see Mufasa.
Jasmine, it is your turn. We're going to do something that I'm doing the other groups. I'll give you guys 20 seconds to just tell me what you'd like to do. Because, of course, that will include, like, can I try a quick check and then I want to do this? So that way it'll help the initiative kind of run really smooth. It's something I'm doing in preparation for other fights.
Yeah.
And I want to see how it works with you guys. So don't worry. It's like
Who are we fighting against?
right now, Lilith and Fierna have murdered Belial.
Okay.
I will give you this. You see they're turning to Despotter in that sense of murder as well. As
They realize you can't die, right?
I'm going to make a quick check. Yes. Unfortunately, they can't really sneakily hide it. Fierna is pulling out fire from one hand and vial in the other, as already on the ground, ash and smoke seem to be forming where Belial stood.
Shoot.
He's reforming.
He's trying to reform, and she's about to do something.
Okay. Do I go before her?
Jasmine's going first, then you, Jim, then Fierna. Yes. So, Jasmine, all you see is because, again,
What
Lilith,
do you roll,
again,
Jim?
has used her big thing. Fierna, that was a held action that you guys weren't able to catch in on. All this is happening. Jasmine, what do you do?
Okay. Do I have carpet with me?
Yes,
Okay,
carpet's
that
rolled
just
up by
helps
you.
knowing my mobility.
Yes.
First, I want to say something because you said all the demons are going wild and saying, "What do we do?" Right? I don't have great persuasion, so I'm not going to make this a check. But I will just, as a free action, talk and say, "Kill Fierna, and you can run this layer yourselves."
That's got to be an action.
Oh, it's gotta be
You've
an
got to
action.
do a full persuasion. You can't free check something as big as that, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
like it's free to talk.
I have
That's not
bad
even a check.
persuasion, is why I
So
didn't want to make a check.
you'd have to. It would have to be an action.
Okay, well, so I'll do it
Something
anyway
as
and
game
just
changing as
roll
convincing
my
the demons to
terrible
rise up and kill
persuasion.
their leader and take the. You can't just
Guys,
like.
I could roll
talk
that
to it.
20.
You can add 20 it for an action. Go for it.
Bless that dice.
That's gonna be a 12.
12. You see one demon. Fuck that! Disappears and just leaves.
Movement.
Okay.
I want carpet to get me. How high are the ceilings?
Ceilings are about 40 feet.
How high are you?
Not high enough for this fight.
No, it's high. How are you?
So I want to get like some pretty good altitude and get within like 30 feet of Fierna.
Cool. 10,
Ish.
20, like 30, 40, all the way up to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Could get you there.
Could I not be right next to Lily? Could I have gone around the other side so I'm not in the middle of people trying to kill me?
So, like,
Yeah, more that direction.
you could actually get there full movement. Going all the way up.
Perfect.
Because, again, getting up to the, like, highest points you can.
Yeah. So, and then I want to...
So Hades is there, correct?
Hades is watching.
I
Yeah.
already
So if as
used-
long as we don't do anything to him, he can't do anything to us. Is this
Where are the rules of engagement of the god?
okay? Good.
So I already used my action, so I can't do a stealth and a sleight of hand. But I think I still want to do my bonus action to see if I can steal one of the vials or something in her hands that she was going to use to sabotage.
That's going to be opposed strength.
Never mind then, I'm just going to...
Because she is, like,
So I
grabbing
got
his
a plan
to
for
use.
that. It's
Cool, so I'm going to roll a stealth check to
Try to, like, hide it
hide
again,
in the
like,
shadows of that vaulted ceiling.
don't look at me up here, like, trying to find the areas. Yes, of course.
That
plus you could
is
use like
29.
your carpet can like
29.
move while you run along like the stuff at the top.
I
Well, I'm
will
not a monk, I can't
tell you
actually
right now,
run on ceilings.
But
29
if there's like
Yeah.
is barely high enough.
Woo!
You beat the
Lucky.
check. Passive perception. Wait, I gotta check, because he's got insane passive perception. Yes, it also beats Hades. As you're gone, up in the ceiling.
Okay. Jasmine's alive, guys.
I go.
Someone with better
This is
persuasion
Jim's go, and then
guide you inside
after
a
Jim be
rebellion.
Fierna, and then we're back into the initiative
Okay.
order. Surprise round
So
we go.
it's Fierna.
Yes.
I am going to shoot her with a disarming strike.
Oh.
To
knock
Can you
the vial.
do that as a not melee attack? Can you do that on ranged?
Yeah.
That's insane.
So I'm going to disarming strike,
Okay.
but I'm also going to have my mage hand because I can use that
Oh,
as
to
a
try and
bonus
catch
action
it
to just
Try to get
catch the vial. and
after the
fly it away.
successfully
Yeah.
No, that's clever.
That'll be cool. Go ahead, roll to
Oh,
hit.
if it broke, what would it do?
Probably
You're not
still
sure.
contaminated
But
with
if
cider
we kill
something.
her and her body does that, we can put her body in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jim,
Well,
go
if
ahead.
we can Arcana figure out how to
Make
use
an,
it, right?
make an attack.
Make an attack roll, and then we'll see if she can.
This could be so cool.
This could be really good.
I just need to double check things here.
Oh.
Okay, so because I'm using my attack action to attack with a one-handed weapon, I can use my bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow. So I could technically go pew pew.
Yep.
So I get 2 chances.
You get 2 chances.
That was cocked. That's in between an 8 and a 10.
That's fair.
Hold it level.
That'd be great.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
That is a lot.
That's good.
That is a No, that's a 32 to hit.
A 32 hits.
Was alright.
All right.
What do you have your plus on your?
I
I
got
have
plus
to
14.
check something.
To hit?
Yeah, according to this.
How?
Because I'm proficient with it, and it's a +1, and my dex is maxed out, I believe.
If you use a 22 sticks now.
That,
But our proficiency is like 5, right? Or am I a way lower level than you?
I'm at
It's
level
supposed to
17.
be- so it should be a +6, I think.
So that's
for
11.
proficiency.
11.
No, it's because I have crossbow expert.
Okay.
Oh.
So you just like double
Yes.
up a bunch of features.
crossbow
and stuff.
expert is a good thing. What is her save?
So she needs to make a strength save DC 20.
That's a great DC.
She's got a +7. I'll tell you that.
We have portents.
I've
Here's
yet
the
to
thing,
roll.
Though, you guys don't know.
Yeah, so
Thumbelina, it would only be you.
Only
I would rule though, unfortunately, because you didn't beat the surprise round.
This isn't
you-
a surprise
you-
round anymore.
This is still the
No, it's
surprise
still
round.
surprise round.
Oh,
This
it
is
is. You're right,
Jim
you're
and
right,
Jasmine
you're
get that one
Yep.
quick chance
Just
before we
'cause
get into
yeah.
the normal
I
lot of
forgot.
Isn't
combat.
it a reaction? Like, even as a surprise, you get a reaction.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out how to rule. Is you have portents, you have, an
I
8
have
that
3 portents, and you guys don't know that I took it.
Yeah,
And
but
so
like,
it's-
if it's not a reaction, then those portents are useless because then you can't actually use them to like interrupt a roll.
Right,
Portents
but I think he's trying to figure out if portents can be used
during a
surprise round.
surprise is
That's
the
what he's trying to
key.
figure out.
Because it is. It's like, but it's like it could be that though, just like normal stuff. You gotta
to roll
do,
damage. And because my
you can replace.
because my mage hand is within 5 feet of her, I do actually have advantage. But
Thumbelina, because this says it can replace any attack roll, saving throw, ability check made by you or a creature you can see with one of these
So that
foretelling
means
rolls.
it can even be during a surprise
It
round?
can be during a surprise
Okay.
round.
Cool.
so
if you want, not leaving up to chance, you could use a portent and she would fail.
So remind me again what
Hmm.
there's a lot to happen. So
Yes,
you're
it is.
trying to you're trying
Trying to
to make it
disarm
so
her.
that she's disarmed.
no, I'm trying to make her drop the vial because
No,
I
I
think
get that. So
Yeah,
drop the
yeah.
vial so you can catch it.
Yes.
yes.
Can I do it after she rolls?
No, it has to be before.
Really?
Yes, portents,
that's
because
cool.
that would break them. To be like,
Yeah.
I don't like that you won. I want. It's got to be. I'm using it now.
Yeah.
Here's the
What-
thing, friends. If I use it now,
Bardic
I'm just
Inspiration
telling
can
you
be
right now.
used After the roll, before the result
It's really
is
bad.
set. Before it's happening,
If
before
I
the
use it
roll.
now, I'm not going to use it the rest of the battle because I don't want to use them all at once.
Which is
Yeah, I mean these
completely
are.
fair.
That's
Yeah.
completely fair.
So, do you want? I'm gonna, as a party, would you want me to use it now or would you want me to save it for later?
I honestly can't say. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is important enough. I would side with using one now because I think it kind of is
Totally
lots of doing.
change.
If
Okay.
her father who just got assassinated comes back, he
Okay.
could like do some
Yeah.
insane stuff. He's
Okay,
a double lord.
I just wanted to make sure that this, I'm going to use it for this one for this battle.
Wait.
I don't want to use all 3 of them at once.
So,
So, a 9.
no, you have a 12, an 8, and an 8.
Sorry, 8.
One of the 8s.
Okay,
As
and,
with the roll,
I do need to roll damage.
I'm going to be so mean.
No.
She burns a
Oh, legendary
legendary resist
resistance.
Which
because
is completely fair.
it kind of
Forgot
clues you
she
in.
had
That's such an important thing. She can't drop the vial.
But she could
Um,
still
so-
fail.
That is
So,
my first
that's-
attack.
And that was just the first attack, but good use. It helped show the enemy's hand though. Of I can't
I'm a rogue.
I can't let you guys do that to the vial. I really need that to go well for me. So good job.
Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
because it was always that question of does this matter? Yes, it does.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm glad as a party
go for it.
we made the decision.
Yeah, it's a good decision.
Yeah.
And you still have a 12 and an 8. These are
Yeah, no,
awesome
they're
portents to have.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, that's 20, 30. What was that? I just moved it.
I didn't see it.
Four.
I'm sorry.
It was a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a.
Hey, August, did you see my message?
I did. I'm not entirely sure what it means though.
What?
What's
So that's 41 points of damage. And then.
it wasn't magical though, correct?
Let's see.
I don't think your bullets are
I
magical.
know, I should have
Yeah.
Here, I'll move it.
So
No, it's fine. It's giving me self-control, man.
You want us to have
Okay.
2 full boxes of pizza to finish
No,
up?
the bottom one's
Oh, the
empty.
bottom one's empty.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
still.
So
That makes
yes,
sense.
and then
Like, why
second
you're like,
attack.
So,
I like don't.
it'll
yeah,
have to
eat the
damage.
pizza, please.
Go ahead and roll for the second attack.
I'm using self-control here. It's closed. I'm not opening it.
You're about to give birth. You can
I
have
don't
no
care.
self-control. No one will judge you.
Natural
Natural
20 already. So.
Yo! What?
That 20 is a crit.
Disarming attack as well.
Oh, here we go. Second roll. Just gotta get 13 or higher. That's a second burn on a legendary resistance.
She's gonna burn through all her
Can't
resistances.
she resist this?
Yes.
It's still
Okay,
a
just
save.
making
It's
sure.
still
When
a
she
save.
fails save throw, she
Oh,
can
that's
choose to
true.
succeed.
Wait, are resistances like reactions or anything?
No.
24.
Dang it. Because I was like,
24
oh.
points of damage.
24, they'll have to 12.
Yep.
Still, though, doing a decent chunk of over 30 points of damage. Boom, boom! You get that. She grabs her hand as bullet holes in them start slowly trying to close. As with those Devil Lords, you guys know, that little regeneration starting. She still has the vial. That makes her turn to finish off this surprise round.
Wait. Finish off the surprise round?
Yes, because she was a part of the
Her turn
surprise.
wasn't done?
She's a part of the surprise round.
I just thought that she already
Yes.
took her turn. So.
No, she had a held action. The anger you saw earlier, everything wasn't high enough though on the insight and stuff to realize she was also going to attack.
Oh no, that's fine. I
That's
just thought that she
sorry. I
already
thought I
took
said
her
that earlier. That's my bad. She whips out again this vial. Jim, you see her looking at you, takes it, flings this fire on the ground. You watch as smoke and ash up into the vial as a stopper is put on it.
So now if we break it, will it bring back her dad?
She's got the vial in one hand. That was all she could do though, is finishing that off. We are back to the top of the order, which is Lilith still. Lilith looks at Hades. You see Hades gives a little questioning look, and you hear him out loud. Your choice. You see she turns up to Despotter's head.
Aww.
Can't die.
He can't die, but I mean, if you keep taking him out, that's.
It'll make him crazier.
I mean,
Oh, he's already certified
They
insane.
probably don't know the whole mechanics of the coin.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Not
They
at
might
all.
not understand. Maybe
Not
they
at
think
all.
there's a limit.
It's something, and so yeah, it's not like she's got to try. So with Lilith, she's going to make, or excuse me,
So
that's
honestly,
not
it's
a
not bad that they're headed towards the spotter. I'd rather it be dispotted than anyone
Constitution saving throw. I have to check that.
You know, you got a point.
Despotter has
else. Like a cookie
disadvantage.
darn, the already kind of crazy demon lord that we don't really love is gonna die again and then come back. Oh.
Poof! As it digs into his shoulder, you see he just. Oh. You see he. The necrotic energy rips through the arrow. Not like Belial's just natural death and resurrection. His body turns into that dust and decay, and he dies.
Not for long.
Yeah.
I bet Hades will be really disappointed when he comes back.
Jasmine, that makes you. What's wild is Jasmine and Jim, you guys were so high up in the initiative order
Or
anyway.
disgruntled.
We're getting through this quick to get to everyone. So Jasmine, it is your turn. Lilith has just slaughtered
Might
Despotter.
become despondent.
He's gone, and you could probably tell is now reforming or whatever in his lair.
Cool. So, is Fiona still holding the vial in her hand, or has she like put it in a pocket or something?
Still in her hand. It's
Okay.
all she could do is that spell.
Just because that would be an important detail for me to know. In that case, I think I'm probably gonna swoop down and green flame blade surprise attacker. Sneak attack.
Go for it. Sneak attack. Because she
So-
didn't see you. Yeah.
I get advantage. And what's my modifier? Oh, and I'm gonna do it with the Jabberwock dagger with
Yes.
green flame blade on it.
Gotcha.
So I need to double check what my modifier is gonna be for that.
So Kronk is after me in the initiative, correct?
Morph
I
is
thought-
actually, and
Yeah.
then Croak.
Morph then Kronk. Okay. Kronk's gonna have a fun time.
Hey August, have you answered my question yet?
26 to hit.
26.
Okay.
26 hits exactly.
You're freaking kidding
my
me!
Not at all.
Okay.
I had to roll well.
Yes, these are.
Okay. So,
I mean, to be fair, you did.
this is a d4 for the dagger. Sorry, this is gonna be a second. And then
I'm also trying to check for you, Morph that thing.
I think it's gonna be 2d8 for the flame blade.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized it probably doesn't matter with what I want to do. So we're probably
Okay, guys,
regardless
we need
of
to
my question.
put a bag of holding on Lil,
Sorry, I'm keeping track
and then
after
use
one
another
going
bag
on
of
today.
holding to envelop her.
I get 8d6 for a sneak
You want
attack.
to vote to use your
Yes.
No, it's okay. We could use yours.
I've got one
Oh,
easily
yeah.
accessible.
I can give you the other 7.
Okay.
Here comes a bunch of
Some
D6.
more like suicide charge. Just like swallow the bag of holding after we make her hold it, and then
7d6. Thank you.
There's a bunch of D6 for you. All that sneak attack.
And then
that's probably a good choice because it will
I'm
help us
going
a
to
lot,
get
I think.
+6 to whatever this is.
That was the one we picked up the other night.
Oh, that's more ones
than I'd like.
Wait, it's mantle.
No, but it's CR, so yeah. That would be burn down. Plus, because you're gonna have.
44 damage.
44 points of magical damage.
Would you
Oh,
do
you're
that too?
so-
Oh, and she's glowing now, Fiona.
Fiona is now glowing as you all watch Jasmine.
Should I just keep these?
Yes, appearing behind, stabbing down and in. Boom! Fiona takes all that damage. Jim, that's your action. Your turn. Excuse me, Jim. Jasmine, as you take that action,
Can I
Okay.
bonus action hide?
go for it.
Thanks.
Roll it while Jim's taking his turn.
I am going to get behind Mr. Incredible for cover. And then I'm gonna
32.
just look at Kronk
Okay.
and be like, get him. And I'm gonna cast haste on Kronk.
Yo.
Yeah!
Kronk, you feel insane energy.
Oh my god.
You just woke up
So-
at 6 a.m., had a great breakfast, went for a run.
Chugged a gallon of coffee.
He just
And-
like stabbed you
mixed
with a
Red
steroid.
Bulls.
You're feeling so good right now.
Okay, so what happens is you gain +2 to your AC. You have an advantage on dexterity saving throws. You gain an additional action on each of your turn. This action can only be used to take the attack action, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object interaction.
While,
And your speed is doubled.
Kronk, as you get this morph, that also makes your turn. As Jim, smart, getting this.
Can I hide behind Mr.
Yeah, give me a bonus action hide. Yeah. You and Jasmine are trying to hide.
That's a 10. Actually, reliable telman. That's a 15.
I was gonna say you're a rogue. You can't roll below 10. for
Everyone in
something
the room
like
can
stealth.
see you, unfortunately. I mean, with the 3 big people in this room that can see you, they can see you.
Which is fair.
That's fair.
So, last question in regards to the conversation.
Yes, and Kronk, you're on deck after morph, so.
Would the vial count as an item then?
Well, actually,
Yes.
The look on
So
August's
then
face
would
said,
it keep the contents in the vial?
Maybe. You don't know.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Go for it.
25.
you basically.
Morph. That could work.
I'm really just giving
Well,
you
I'm
the
doing
chance
something
to
clever.
cast a spell and attack or attack more times.
Okay.
So you have the opportunity to deal
Then
a
I
metric
want
butt
to
ton of
cast
damage.
Galder's Speedy Courier
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Small
Yo!
little check.
to get the vial, and the name I'm going to message to the wind elemental that's carrying it.
I am an arcane trickster. I'm able to use like items and stuff.
I'm trying to figure out between Merlin or Bell.
Remember, it's an 8th level spell to send it to the plane.
I know. I was gonna use this to contact Silver, but
You've got
You just sent it to Silver.
who?
You're like, here,
That's a terrible.
we're gonna send
No, you could.
it to Merlin.
Okay,
With his body in it?
you're.
Yeah.
Here's what happens. Chest
there
is
a
there.
Message that's
You
also
just gave
sent?
Merlin a devil
I'm going to.
Oh, I'm guessing as an
insane
April
Mad
spell.
Hatter of a person with too much power.
I'm
in
gonna
this
say this
kingdom.
in a because it's kind of a worst case scenario. It lasts for 10 minutes. With how time works,
This is gonna
you're
be a
gonna
while.
have like 20 seconds to get this thing out of the plane though, before it just naturally times out.
Oh no, because I genuinely just boom and go.
No. You gotta put it in there.
Okay.
You can't just say close and round. You have to get the vial out of hand. This thing will be around for 3 rounds.
Okay.
If you can get the vial in, the second it's in, it can hold its action to just leave. I'm not even gonna put it in the initiative order because it's like that's all it can do.
Okay, cool.
But at the end, 3 rounds from now, it
Then
can't,
I'm going to message you, everyone. We need to get the vial in the chest now.
and it can get
and-
out of the plane.
Yes. And then I want to use my diamond to cast a bonus spell for my bonus action, I mean. And I am going to cast I want to cast Prismatic Spray. And oh wait, where am I? I have 30 feet. Okay, I want to move as close as I can to Fiona.
Fierna.
That person, yes, thank you.
Okay.
And then instead of prismatic spray, because I really don't want to get Jasmine, and I saw her for a split second, and I have no idea where she is now. I'm instead going to cast
I have evasion if it's the next thing.
Synaptic Static on Fiona.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping that will do some damage, basically. I am so sorry. I thought I had it up. I do not.
Synaptic Static
Yes, thank you.
will do 120 feet range, 1 action, instantaneous. Choose a point in range.
Each creature in 20 foot. Oh.
Radius must make an intelligence saving throw. Okay.
Would she be hidden? Did you
Then
manage?
I'm going to center, so we'll get Dark Lily and Fiona.
Dark Lily and Fiona. Cool. I'm gonna be a dick. And oh, excuse me. I should have said this before. Can everyone please make me a real quick perception check?
10.
Yeah, no.
Morph, unfortunately, you are probably the most important person.
That's a 7.
7.
Yeah, no.
17.
17.
You said perception.
Perception.
18.
I'll say though, on even
Wait,
the
no.
7,
I got a 21.
21.
I used my persuasion instead of my perception.
Jasmine, Hades isn't by the bench.
Fuck.
I got 27. by the way.
As you see coming up, Morph, you cast it
Mm-hmm.
and realize, hey, oh no, he's in range.
Oh no!
So he can now fight.
You cast it, they're all gonna make, so Hades, Lilith, and Fiona are all gonna be hit by your spell. Hades is being really mean. And, oh no, you attacked him, because he was there. He did, as a legendary action, he was sneakily teleporting around to set himself up for this. This was his goal.
At any point was he within 10 feet of me?
No.
He- well, right-
No, because again, he was in between both. It's that, like, let me get close enough if people try to shoot or everything, I can get in the
When
way.
I swooped down, I wasn't within 10 feet of him?
Intelligence saving throws.
Also,
First,
you didn't move me 30 feet.
I know, that's what I need to, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Lilith's intelligence save, sorry, there's a lot of saves real quick.
You're good.
She gets a plus 14. Yeah, she succeeds. Lilith is pretty intelligent. Fiona, intelligence. What's your save DC?
19.
She beats it as well. It was close.
Okay.
And
That's
finally, Hades gets one as well. Saves as well.
Well, then they'll take half damage.
Half psychic damage, correct.
For, 19 damage then.
Lilith takes damage. Fiona takes damage.
Dang, it would have been lovely if any of them had failed.
Hades,
That would have been freaking amazing.
you see it barely affects him.
That does not surprise me. He wasn't my goal
As
in the first place, so yeah.
you
I
see he
just gotta
turns down
ignore
just-
that. Nasty.
Hero. Not very heroic!
Oh, great.
What?
They literally just killed the judge.
Guys!
Oh, yeah.
He's a bad guy. Why are you surprised?
I know. It's just amazing me that he's trying to be lawful evil here. It's like, why are you pretending?
Hades is
so
using a
hard?
legendary action. Quench magic. Kronk, your
I don't have
haste
haste anymore.
stops.
Touch that.
Boo!
As you see in that,
At least it's not power word kill.
you see he just... You get one option. Leave. You see Fiona holds up her hand as she's now the rightful ruler, and magic crackles in that sense of she'll make a portal and you guys could just walk through.
Honestly, I like that option.
Think
But I don't
I
think
can
it's
wait
a
through
strength
the
check.
portal.
Morph, though, that was your
I
turn.
think it's a
Oh,
portal. to the
I
next
see.
She's
layer.
holding it.
Yeah, it's the next
Strength check to
layer.
rest the
Is
layer.
what?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Hades is offering because it's that like, oh, you can just leave. Like that's that's the option he's giving.
I mean, that is what our goal is.
Kronk, it is your turn. So you feel though Hades uses a legendary action, your haste stops. Excuse me. It is not stopped. You think it is repressed. As in, until Hades' next turn, the haste is still on you. Sorry, I had to make that. But you're not getting any of the effects from it right now.
Okay.
So this effect is probably going to last for around. But so right now you don't have that.
Okay.
Kronk, it is still though your turn. You could do anything you want.
Except
Okay.
be hasted, apparently.
Yeah.
Except be hasted.
You're still boss as is.
What?
You're still boss as is.
Well, yeah.
Because
Because
all
that
you guys
would-
are
that
really
would
far
be-
away.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I've been
shoot.
trying to think. I don't know
Yeah.
what's most helpful for me to do in this situation.
That's fair. If you want, you
Because
can make a free
You
just
just
like.
opened a portal,
Sure.
so like, do I still want to engage the enemy, or do we want to?
Well, ultimately, I think the goal is to get the vial out of her hands. I think once we get the vial, then we go through the portal.
Sorry, I should put up. Portal is right there.
Okay. And what do we
Where
want to
is
do
the
about
chest?
Lilith? Do we want to do anything about her?
That's a problem for future
I've
us.
got an idea for Lilith, so
So should we just
I would
stay in
leave her
combat?
alone, honestly, and see what she does.
Hey, August,
Right now,
put an
all
icon for
three of
chest.
them don't look hostile, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, Hades was mad and just like did that, but it was more just because it's like, don't even think about it because here's what I'm offering you.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's what I was saying. Sorry, Morph, you had a question.
Could you, excuse me, can you make an icon for the chest?
Yes, I will.
Because I'm not entirely sure if you're like having me like basically holding it.
No.
or-
Sorry. Where would you like to be? Because it can be within 30 feet of you.
In which case, honestly, I'd like it to be like right with me because I would rather them not have ready access to it.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have put that chest on there sooner. My bad.
No, you're good. We haven't done it before, so I totally get it. I didn't
Um,
expect to use this in combat, so
He's a guy. He's a bad guy. Chat's having a lot of fun with Hades. So yes, the chest there. So Kronk, you could start heading for it. There is. This is always good to know. You can do what's called a held action, meaning if there's something specific you want to do, like I'm gonna hit this guy if he comes near me. It's like you give me a scenario, and if it happens during the turn, you can then do it.
Okay.
So that way you can like move and do stuff, but it's like, but I don't want to just be like waiting around. If someone tries to attack me, I want to try to grab the vial and then jump through, stuff like that, right?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because we did provoke Hades, but it wasn't the entire group. Is it he can attack Morph now, or he can attack the group collectively?
You're not sure what that means,
Okay.
Unfortunately. You know he did
he's
do
like,
something
so is this
to
the time to
Kronk,
abandon
Oh,
Morph,
but it's like-
or-
That's true. That's true.
We would never want to abandon.
No, I'm not saying a
No,
big.
yeah.
no,
It's
this
more
is
just
basically
like
what we were
who's
just
in
saying. I mean,
the-
logistics wise.
Yes, it's that he's
He's
asking
in
if
the-
he did something to Fierna, would Hades attack him?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kronk, you got a lot of options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far can I move with 60 feet? I have 30 feet.
You got, yeah, so
oh, you do. have-
slipping, again, this table is big enough you can easily go under. It doesn't really provoke any, like the benches are stuff to get over. This table is like a
Because
table.
I'm pretty sure I could get up next
5,
to
10,
one, but that's as close as I can get.
15, 20, 25, 30 gets you actually really close.
Yeah, they're 5 feet, not 10 feet boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That makes a little.
on your normal movement, you're about 10 feet within Morph.
I'm debating throwing a javelin at the vial.
Or at her hand.
Or at her
No, I
just
think the
cut
vial
her
makes
hand.
sense because then it shatters.
Trying to break
But
the
I'm
vial.
worried that if it damages the
Yeah.
dust stuff, if it could.
I
I'm
don't
sure
think
that'll be fine.
I see, yeah, it's
I
kind of
feel
it's an
vials are-
unknown, but that could be really
That's
cool.
not a bad idea. That's not
If
a
you
bad
want to
idea.
hold it, because again, you could be like, I want to do this, but again, if we're all about to go through, maybe that's the last thing we do,
That's-
or
Yeah. So if crap hits the fan, I would love to throw a javelin.
at
Just,
the
Like a
vial.
held
just so we're
action?
clear,
Yeah.
I am going last into the portal.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
That's fair
Okay.
to say.
Just trust me.
Okay.
Cool, Kronk.
Okay.
If stuff goes down,
You're
javelin
gonna
about.
have to mess
So
this
you
up.
ready? That's normal. They don't do anything. Again,
No,
you
I'm
see
just-
all
I've
these
already
bad
messaged
guys
it
are
to
just
him.
kind of
I'm just
watching.
making sure it's
But
clear,
so
'cause I
Kronk,
have
you
a
can
plan.
pull out one of your javelins out and get it ready.
Right, she's just pointing out our characters don't know you have a
Yes.
plan.
That's
Unless
Yeah.
you
Right.
message us. Is what
So,
she's saying.
Kronk, that's a good turn. So Thumbelina, you watch this happen. Kronk, you raid the javelin. You can hold that. Thumbelina, is there something you would do on your turn?
I want to cast. Is it geese or G's?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. On
stun Lilith.
Remind me what that does?
It
Yes.
puts her under my control for 30 days.
What?
A magical command forcing you to carry out some
Wait, can
service
you-
or refrain.
Can she
So
like
wild.
fly behind me and Mr. Incredible while she does that? So like
I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
let's see.
obvious that she's casting a spell.
If a creature can understand you, must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for this duration.
Yeah, so it's like a charmed person, but it's
Better.
But it takes
better
5d10
because
damage.
It's a creature. It's not a humanoid, so I can do it to anything, anyone. Yeah.
It's a cool spell.
Completely insane.
Is there a save or no?
There
Yeah,
is.
I
It's
think
a
that's what it's
Wisdom.
say.
I assume
Which I
there
Thumbelina,
had to be.
I will tell you right
these
now.
Are these are my
I just don't know how
I
good her
forgot
wisdom
about
is.
these. I don't know.
This
the
is what I'm gonna
stats
tell you.
are.
This is Box of Doom. Because you could change a lot with this. That's so
It's
cool.
just so intricate.
Yeah.
So,
I wish the gold was a little more detailed because it's kind of hard to tell.
here's what you should all know. Thumbelina,
Right.
your save DC currently
How big they are.
is a
Yeah, and
18
they're
or
metal
19.
dice, but they're not like.
I have
super
18.
light.
It
Yeah.
was 19
Like
at one
this
point.
is just like you could.
You said you did the math wrong.
I did that. Yes, I did the math wrong. And 18.
Check this dice out. This is so
Lilith, guys, this is important to note, has a plus 14. So
shoot.
on a 4 higher, she will succeed. I will just tell you right now, though, she does not have resistances. While she has legendary action, she doesn't have legendary resistances. So,
Should do it.
a portent,
She
though,
has a
is already
plus
too
14.
high, though. That 14.
Yeah.
Oh.
She would
So,
need a
so it's already
5 or
down to a
lower.
roll. That's why it's Box of Doom, because it's like, it could just happen.
No, she need a 4 lower because if she rolls a 5, she beats the DC.
What is
Yeah.
your DC?
18.
18.
It's a 3
Never
or lower.
mind.
3 or lower. It's not possible.
But it's
15% chance.
It's a good idea.
It's a
It
it's
is
a
brilliant
really good idea.
If it works. This is why I hate doing this sometimes because they roll so high.
She
Thumbelina.
passed, didn't she?
She passes on a 4.
No!
that bites so hard.
hurts.
Do you have cutting
Are
words as a
you
bard?
sure you
Esme,
did the right
Do you have
math?
cutting words as a bard?
Words.
Dang it!
College of Lore. You're a College of Swords, so it's you get the fighting stuff. College
Because
of
that would have
Lore.
been the perfect
You can like
time. No,
basically
she doesn't.
give a bardic and like minus it from the roll. It's something only College of Lore bards though. It's a very specific.
Yeah, no, I'm a College of Swords.
Thumbelina though, a good
Actually, I'm a College of Valor, not Swords, so.
or Valor. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
yeah, Valor's the swords college.
No,
There's two different.
yeah,
There's a
there's
College of
College of
Swords.
Wait,
Swords.
seriously?
Yeah.
They're very similar, but Valor gives the better like combat inspiration die stuff.
College
Thumbelina,
Swords, they're actually
it's a good
fighters
idea.
as
You still
well
have
as
your movement.
spellcasters.
You still have other stuff. Is there anything you would want to try to do, or is it just like let's all get near the portal in that like?
well,
group
I do
idea.
have an extra attack. So can I use that extra attack to cut off what's her face's hand?
You would have had to already do
I
the
would've
attack
already do it.
because
Yeah.
you're
Use an extra
yeah
attack.
yeah
Okay.
yeah.
I wasn't sure how this worked.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
It's clever.
Okay.
Nick has
I'm
done a lot
going-
to screw me over, and I'm really fighting back with bad guys now.
Yeah.
This is kind of what's happening right now. I got to be completely transparent. A lot has gone wrong for the bad guys, and they've got to get some wins.
Can I make it to morph?
I think easily because you have a
I
much
have
faster
60
Tony.
feet of movement.
20, 30. Yeah, so on your 30, you're all the way up next to Morph.
Okay, I'm gonna give morph bardic.
Morph, you take that Bardic Inspiration.
And that's the.
That's a D12.
Yeah.
You guys got a level 18 Bard right now, so that's good.
Can I get some inspiration as well? Because I think that'd be very helpful.
Well, see, if you perceive what's going on, she's the one trying to get the vial.
Again,
I could also be very
Thumbelina,
helpful
at the
as
end
well.
of your turn, you see again,
But
the
I
bad
can't
guys
see
aren't
that. You have to
doing
understand.
anything. They aren't doing legendary actions. They are waiting.
They're waiting.
You see Fierna takes the vial on her turn, puts it inside of her clothing,
I have an
Heck
idea.
and all the way in, she is going.
I'm no longer right in her head.
I was about to say this might be good.
Yeah.
She actually is going to do one spell though before the end of her turn.
Ooh, which
And
would
what
be
is that spell?
She is going to cast anti-magic field around herself. Jasmine, boom! You land on the ground. You're about to take falling damage.
Oh.
As you take 8 points of falling damage. Carpet does not work in an anti-magic field.
Okay. Oh, poor carpet.
Nothing bad, but again, in that very precautionary, no spells, no shit. Like, there's a
how
portal.
wide is the anti-magic field?
It's a 10-foot radius from her, and she did it so that technically the
question.
portal is just like not enough, because of course she's not going to
So
Take away.
am I within 30 feet of that spell?
5, 10, 15,
Wait, yeah.
20, 25,
I-
30.
Do I want to counterspell?
Yes.
Jim, you're not. Morph, you are.
I have counter charm.
It's counterspell that we want. The answer is yes.
I want to cast it as a. Fifth level.
Hades counterspells it.
I counterspell again.
Can't do 2 reactions.
Dang it! You're right.
And I'm not within range
Yeah,
of
and
that.
you're
no.
not.
Does my evasion
Yeah.
or anything help with the damage I took?
No, that's just, again, suddenly you're not flying, and it's that like, ah, crap.
Okay.
Yeah, Hades gets it. You see Hades
And he
taking
does
that
at
free
a high
time.
enough level that he doesn't have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
But you see,
everyone
he
knows who
just
you are now. Yeah.
leave
Yeah.
with your lives.
Wait, should we bring? He probably already knows that
Can
we know his plan, right?
I do another
Not
Arcana
necessarily.
check.
I would say he
It would
does,
be
but
on your
don't-
turn.
Yeah.
So that was Fiona's turn
Don't give
with
away
reactions.
information if you can.
Mufasa turns
I
to you
just wanna
guys.
know.
It is Mufasa's turn. You see he go
Wait,
and be safe.
he loses all his leverage.
You guys, you need to stay alive right now.
Can I counsel with Mufasa really quickly?
He's talking to all of you who are kind of here, and like loud enough, you guys. You see, just don't fight this battle.
We do need to pick our battles wisely.
Yeah.
I know.
It really gets
I will say
sad that I have
it's
to
more
walk past
because
her,
of
though.
Kronk
It's
not
so
getting
tempting.
the early perceptions,
Yeah,
the
I would.
insights in on people. This was something that if you had gotten the rolls, you could have seen this attack coming.
Yeah.
I'm
But
bad
they
at
were
all
able
the
to
things like that.
successfully kill off and do all this.
There's a reason why I only willingly
yes.
roll on the
I
things
wish
that
I had
hit,
like
a plus
inspiration
eight
or something
I
so
do
that I'd feel
insight
safer trying it.
To Hades,
Sorry.
specifically
No,
like
you're good.
from
You
watching
wouldn't
him and
know.
stuff, I want to know if he knows that we. I want to know if he knows that we know his plan.
We know that we know.
Yes. As you're doing that again, so Mr. Incredible, this actually starts your turn, as that was Mufasa's turn, because you know he can just disappear. He's actually technically not here, even though he is here. Again, he just kind of goes back to heaven.
If
Um,
man, I'd be so tempted. Like if he was fighting, like if he was like, "Let's fight," I'd be so tempted to just be like, "Hey, take this sword."
Yeah, well, like he
It's
could
somebody
Right?
else.
he could have done good, but again, right now, Mufasa's trying to be like, the best counsel is to take the next layer and just
Okay.
flee.
Can I?
So
What was your
It's
insight?
Incredible's
16.
turn.
16. Hades looks pissed, and you're getting the feeling like maybe, especially with Mr. T and everything, they would have talked by now.
okay, with that I guess I should have thrown this in before. With that insight, honestly, I feel like he loses all his leverage for the lead with your lives kind of thing. If we bring up the fact that he needs us alive to kill off the rest of them.
Does he? Because he just killed off 2 without us.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, that's true.
Like we just watched 2 devil lords get iced by his other allies.
I will slowly start walking towards the portal. Is Spotter's body still here?
No, so the arrow Lilith used has like dissolved it away.
Can I passive action? Can I ask Lilith? Will you please? I'm trying to think of how best to phrase this. Can you throw an arrow at me? I want the arrow tip to hit me. Not like do a lot of damage, but I'm like asking her for a favor since I'm doing what they say.
Why?
I think he
He wants to know what happened.
Or, like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
August looks pissed. No, he's suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
I don't even know if this is gonna work, but I'm like curious to see if it will.
You're trying to get shot.
He's talking
Yeah,
no, he
Lilith
wants
into
to
By
getting
the
shot.
death arrow.
By hand, he wants it thrown at him, apparently.
He's
This is a whole
taunting
new level
Lilith
of
to
asking
get
for
shot.
death, sir.
Persuasion check?
Question mark? Woo! Dang it, why does there have to be an anti-magic fail?
It's fine.
You just have to make it hard for me to intervene.
Hey, precautionary. You gotta be safe. So
14.
14.
Wait, 15.
She's gonna try to insight. She's gotta try. So she matched. You see, she just leave. Flips you off. Just
Okay,
no, she's not
August.
going to.
Whose turn?
It right now it is. That was Mr. Incredible's turn. Do you want to finish moving towards the portal, or like getting close?
No, I'm like slowly walking.
Okay.
Taking his time.
Just slowly walking, kind of just that slow walk.
Half movement.
That is Hook. Hook looks at you, Jim. Shakes his head. Not in like a defeated way, but just in that don't. Finishes 5, 10, 15, 20,
I was about to
25.
tell him don't.
He steps through the portal.
I figured he would.
Then
You're not my real dad. He
You're
does
not
it
my
anyway.
That
Oh
makes
wait, he is my real
the
dad.
end of the initiative. Hades' turn. As Hades got terrible roll. He is going to.
Cast Power Word Kill, but he's gonna twin spell it.
Not so long as we're doing what he asks.
Twin spell it so it hits 2 people.
You see,
Can a sorcerer learn Power Word Kill?
he
That'd be sick.
takes at a high level spell, brings his hand in, crawling out around you in a semicircle ring are tons of undead. You see skeleton, zombie, just things with as he creates them and summons them all around you. All of these things level weapons into a semicircle pointing you towards the portal.
I'm just gonna be like, chill. It's okay.
I will not ask again. Leave.
I feel like
Okay.
a dog who has to put his tail between his legs and just leave. Like we made Dad mad or something.
Lilith is holding an action. Jasmine, that's you.
Okay, guys, should I get myself killed?
Yes.
Try it.
Because I do have to walk past Spierna.
You do.
Chance.
So obviously I'll like pick up carpet and take him with me.
Yeah.
Take the chance.
Here's the thing. If I try to like pick her pocket, the lowest I can get is a 25, which can still get me killed because it took like a 26 at least to
Yeah.
hide from her
Right.
earlier. So like, she's got crazy
So
perception,
you
and
have
Hades
to
might be
roll.
even higher than
Yeah.
he was just out of the fight before. So
It'd be insane.
I would have to roll really well. and
What's
I
some of
don't
your
have
buffs?
Don't worry.
advantage-
What's
I
some-
have plus 15 and reliable talent for sleight of hand. So again, the lowest I can get is a 25, which can still get me killed.
Even if you die, I can bring you back.
I'm gonna stay silent.
Need a body.
question. So
The-
12 plus 15 would be what?
27, but I'm not sure if that's high enough or if Thumbelina would be willing to use it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, now that Morph's starting to bring it up, you know 27 is what you need.
Oh, because
I
I did
told
the
you
26
before.
earlier?
Oh.
when you-
So could you give me a portent to steal the vial?
If
The 12.
if she gets the 12, you steal the vial. That is enough to beat everything in this room.
Okay.
The chest is ready to go.
The chest is ready to go. That sends it straight to Merlin. Or you could keep it with you guys and I'll just dive through.
And I'll still have the chest summoned because
Or you could like
The chest
resummon
could
it later or
technically
something.
follow her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just you only have about like one more round's worth before like it just won't get there in time
yeah,
because of just spell plane shifting is what I'm ruling.
yeah, that's fine.
Do
So
you have advantage in any way?
no, I get nothing. But if she gives me the portent, then I can just grab the vial and go through the portal with it. So I think that's what we're doing. Thank you.
I think it's worth it.
Cool.
Okay,
Jasmine,
yeah.
Thumbelina flicks over this piece of paper to you.
I'll
You
like
see-
sign thank you.
In Belle's handwriting, do it.
You might argue with the oracle, right?
No, do not.
I'll do it.
You slip, beating all.
I was literally what I was gonna do is I was gonna use my mage hand to do that
Yeah, but
at the
then
last
she-
second, and then after the anti-magic's field, I was gonna just like as soon as I walk through the portal,
Two.
Hail Mary, try to
Jasmine,
shoot the
what do you
vial.
want to do? Want to go through the portal?
I'm going through the portal.
Jasmine goes through the portal. I'm just gonna move you over.
Put the vial in the.
No,
No, I
she's
have it
keep
on
the
me.
bottle. But it's like if we take the
'Cause
chest
if
through the
one brings
portal,
it
then
with
we
us,
immediately put it in and just send.
I do want to
That's
do an
it.
Arcana check real quick. I want
On your
to-
turn,
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna
On
just
your
feed us
turn.
all through the portal. That's why.
Jim, it is your turn.
Ooh.
I will even be really nice as a DM. Thumbelina gave one of Belle's notes to Jasmine. That's enough for any of you to go, like, okay, like, and I'll even say for the flavor wheel, it said for Jasmine on it in that little, like, script, and so it's that, like, so something oracular just happened. So there's no need to be like, I don't know, the vial's not there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice and say with that portent,
Appreciated.
using it very smart, well done. Jim, that's your turn.
I want to be spiteful.
Of course.
And then you want to be the last one
I
out.
just
Can
can't
you
imagine-
be spiteful after we're all
Just
safe?
imagining the first one we used, if I'd flicked it to the lady, to the whatever her name is, I'd been like, "You fail."
Dang it!
It's a fortune cookie. She cracks it open. You will fail.
I probably would have done it as like to Kronker, like, hey, look behind Belial and like look up. Oh no, he's coming, and yeah. I have fun
Okay.
ways we can do this.
Fine.
I
guess I'll leave. But I will still be last.
Jim, yeah, just kind of about to step through.
Okay. Are you really just waiting to shoot her before you dive through?
Jasmine,
I love it.
Raja appears
It's a
behind
terrible idea.
you as you go through. No one saw him as he was hiding.
Okay, you're
Well,
alive,
I
I'm
mean, they're
alive,
the
we're
bad
alive.
guys.
Okay.
Morph, it's your turn.
I just want to do an Arcana check. If I were to teleport inside the anti-magic field, would I just be unable to go through, or would I dissipate? Like, what the frick
Splunged.
would happen?
Try it.
No,
Try
I'm
it.
doing an Arcana check. That's only a 17.
You couldn't even go in. It just stops you.
Okay, cool.
It just insta fail. Like
Mhm.
you would have wasted a spell slot to try to go in, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's not a spell slot. It's ability.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
would have been wasted.
Yeah, that's
So-
fair. I was just
Yeah.
curious. I'm just going to go through the portal then, still holding the chest.
Yeah, join the team of people not dying.
Right? It's nice being on this team for once.
Yeah.
You go through. We will then resolve what happens
Is
with the vial
Lily
and
in the
chest.
anti-magic field?
No.
No. She's not. That makes Kronk. It is your turn.
Into the portal.
Excellent.
No!
Thumbelina
I'm gonna try
That's-
one more time on Lily.
for
Yes?
Yeah.
3 or lower. I mean,
I
it's
mean, she got a 4. It's just because I want to take one more shot while she's in range.
yeah. You may not have this
I
again.
may
Yeah.
not have this again. and
Makes
if we
sense.
can have her on our side, our life would be so much easier.
So much easier.
That's definitely success.
Okay.
Yes, on a
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
It
go
was a good try.
through the portal.
through the portal.
Yeah.
Here's what we do. You guys are going through. There are 2 people left out here. Jim and Mr. Incredible.
Oh, crap.
It's Fiona's turn. She gets to see if it's there. It's her turn.
Oh,
She would check
oh no.
as you guys are leaving.
Oh, no.
I have an out. Do you have an out? No, your clone has been taken over, but you can't die. We're going to die.
Yes!
So worried.
You are.
Does she have to beat a 27?
She does have to beat a 27.
She's got to be 27.
Did you replace it with like a vial that you already had?
I could have. I had the empty bottle from the poison from the fighting festival.
But you didn't mention it, so I don't think we. You know what I mean?
We can't retroactively
We can't
say
retroactively
it.
do that.
On a,
But it could have been part of my 27
on a
sleight of hand.
23,
True.
Yes!
Fiona, hand goes to the side, feels something in there.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
do
I
anything.
saw where she put her hand.
She is waiting, though. She's holding an action
Oh, don't push it.
to do
Please
so.
don't
Because, again,
push
it's
it.
not like
We've already won as much as we're going to.
Fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mufasa watches you guys go. You see, as he starts shimmering with light, getting ready to leave, you say just-
Oh, we didn't think
Wait, oh.
Mufasa.
What I did want to mention earlier is I'd
Yeah.
like to just. I would like to talk to Mufasa at some point, whether through message or whatever it might be, if he has like a calling card or a way we can call upon him in any way.
not really.
Can I
It's
have
hard
your
to
business
communicate
card?
with those in heaven. You see though Mufasa as he's shimmering with light, seeing
I
you
just
two.
salute him.
You see he. Godspeed, my Imagineers.
Oh,
And
you're so cute.
you guys feel
Krog,
that
where are
deep
you?
inside
You're
that
not there.
you
can't
weren't
cry.
the original Imagineers called, and yet part of you wonders if he saw you in that oracular vision Mufasa had so long ago.
Oh.
I mean, I am an Imagineer. I have been
Yeah.
knighted.
Both of you
We've
have
both
been
been
knighted. Mr.
We're
Incredible,
freaking
it
knights
is your
of the
turn.
sun. What does that give
So
us,
I'm
by the
gonna
way?
go next to Jim.
Not as much
on, like,
as
the
you'd
back
expect.
side
No,
of the-
no, it gave
the
us
other
like a
side,
buff to
And I'm
lose
gonna look
some.
at Lily and
Yeah.
I'll go,
It what?
last
It
chance.
gave us like a buff to
No,
wisdom.
that was your
Persuasion.
You
guys'
didn't
night
do
one
that
shot.
to us.
It was their guys' night one shot for the trials to get the sword. That's what
Arthur
they
gave them
us.
all an official knighting.
I'll go, you may never have this
Can he
chance
give
again.
us an official knighting? I'd love
No.
to have that, but
I don't think
Lilith just like sticks a tongue out, flips you off again.
Okay, then I'll just.
because we showed up in the
And
second
Jim,
floor,
what do you do as you go
the
through?
We showed up in the that first the second season, the first that. Oh my gosh, I can't.
I need to make some bombs. Because if I had my
What
way,
should I do?
I would just like leave a bomb behind.
Check a bomb and leave.
Like a
I was
time
wondering
bomb?
if you were gonna do something like that.
Like that's what I'd want to do right now. Literally just grenade and.
In
jump through
honor
a
of
hole.
Lily.
Like
Mufasa,
legit, I need to make some more of those.
Mufasa is disappearing into
Yeah, yeah.
mist.
I'll just wink at Hades and leave.
As you leave, you hear Hades laughing. That cold laugh. All of you feel pulling and ripping through. We are out of initiative.
Okay, so I'm immediately going to start writing a letter to Merlin
Here's the
before
thing.
we run out of time.
Why do we want to ship him off versus
Yeah.
can't we release him in the next layer and have him
Yeah,
reform
can't we
in
just
safety?
have him
And
pop
then
right
he
back
like
out?
can be an active
That's-
person instead of imprisoned by Merlin somewhere on the shelf?
I'm going to give you all, as a group, a 4-minute timer. I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay.
I say we just release him. Like we create the tower, we release him.
Is there like an
And
insight
then-
check we can make to see if that's like the best thing to do? Or
I
is
wanna
it
wait
like
for
just we
Hades
decide?
to leave though.
No,
Well,
no.
we're all through the portal.
Yeah, we're on the fourth layer
I
of
want,
hell.
no, I want Hades to leave here before this guy goes back.
Oh, that's
Right, but we're not releasing him in that layer. It would
In
be in
this-
whatever, wherever
in
we
this
find
level.
ourselves. Where do we find ourselves?
Here's the question.
That's what I will tell you. I'm pausing the timer.
I got a nat 20 on insight, but I didn't.
You guys are
announce it beforehand,
surrounded
never mind.
as you realize by snow and ice. The wind rips around you
Welcome to the Himalayas.
as
Chipmunk
dark water flows around you. You seem to be in a frozen, hellish wasteland. There's no buildings, there's no trees, there's no. It is only you.
Oh, look, hell froze over.
I think you mean Wonderland.
Thank you. I think I'm funny.
Beautiful.
So, restarting the timer. You guys got a choice.
Okay.
Okay, I
What
want to
would
do
have
an
been-
insight check to see should we send him to Merlin just so that he's like way away from Hades, or
But then it will take time because it will take time to get there, and if whatever they do, it'll
it's
take time to have it.
instantaneous.
No, but from
we're
us,
in the fifth
I
layer
know,
of
I
hell.
know.
it takes months. Like our time difference.
But
is not, remember?
Galder's Speedy Courier specifically says that it works instantaneously. As soon as
But
you
remember
send
the Sunday
it,
session? Like,
Instantaneously, according to the chronological time of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay.
So
Yeah, no, that's how I've been ruling it this whole time.
Yeah.
Because he's told us that before.
Yeah.
what would it benefit us to keep this guy here? Like
Well,
realistically.
He's like an active person who can then go do stuff.
Yeah, but would he actually go do stuff?
Yeah.
He's gonna do something.
He's a demon lord who's gonna try to take back his lair.
Unlike Despotter, who's crazy, it could benefit
Like
you.
this guy is
Right,
a
that
cunning.
I'm assuming he's
warrior.
pretty pissed at his
that
daughter.
That could throw a wrench in Hades.
And again,
Oh,
they only
yeah.
got him because they surprise attacked him. Like he's here and safe and can plan as he
But
reports.
then they could do it again.
Yeah, but like.
But like they don't know that we have him for a sec. Like
we're,
he'll have
we're basically
some time.
we're putting a wild card onto the
It's
field.
at least a
1
very
minute left.
Alrighty.
I'm going to go ahead and
I say we keep him.
just in case he decides to try and attack us, because this is not a concentration spell, I'm going to cast invulnerability on myself.
Whoa! We don't have to release him right now.
I would rather get this taken care of.
Yeah,
Yes.
like we can at least sleep. on
Okay,
it.
I have 1 minute left. I'm going to instead just send a letter to Silver, as I was originally going to do.
I like it.
Because
you-
I did
Has
get
to be to
permission, I
Merlin.
can do that.
Has to be Merlin.
Has
You
to
already
be to
said.
Merlin. Okay, I'm gonna write a letter. Tell Merlin to send this to Silver, and I'm gonna explain.
What do you say in 10 seconds?
I can't talk to you anymore because otherwise my soul is going to be forfeit. Please stop being a pirate, and then we can be friends again. I love you. Bye.
Cool. You send that to Merlin.
Yep.
Um,
I said address to Silver as well.
Should did say that.
I
She
did.
did.
Sure. All right.
Thank you.
We all heard it.
You're like trying to pull off like. she
I
said
from
to
when I said
Marley.
10 seconds is what I was giving you.
Thank you. I
Stop the
appreciate
timer. Yeah.
'Kay.
Cool.
Okay,
it. Okay,
You guys
guys.
have that.
we need to rest.
Yep, I burned some.
All of you see Lily appearing behind you, arrow drawn. Y'all fucked up. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I should have cast invulnerability. Dang it!
Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for
Why'd you
watching.
shoot me?
We will see you all next time.